ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the stream. There are a decent amount of people in here. What is going on? I am not that interesting, boys. I mean, I know I pinged a lot of you guys to join the stream. You know, it's good to have you in here. It's just surprising. What's going on? We'll start off up the top. Conehead Billy was in here first. I don't think he'd be in here anymore. Surely he's gone to sleep, but Conehead, if you are rewatching this, I'm going to read your comment. What's going on, man? Let's go, Bav. What are your thoughts on TGG deleting his post about GTA 6 Trailer 3 in April? I didn't actually know that he done that, but I'm assuming probably because a lot of people are blowing it out of proportion and saying that, you know, he's got insider knowledge, which he might, you know, but I feel like, I think I seen a response from him saying it was just like a hunch, you know, it's like my own prediction, it's, you know, come from him, it's come from his head. And I think a lot of people, you know, are making videos about it. Mr. Boss for the win. So I think that's probably why it's prompted him to delete it. But yeah, I don't know. We're close to April, man. We're close to April. We are very close to April. So we're going to find out if anything is actually going to happen with GTA 6. Let me know. Let me know, guys, down in the chat right now what you guys think. I don't think we're going to get GTA 6 Trailer 3 in April. But, you know, we're going to find out either way. There are a lot of good games, TV shows, movies coming out right now. So play them, watch them, enjoy that stuff while you wait. Don't just sit there staring at a screen, refreshing Rockstar's page, alright? You know, go out and do something. That's what I've been doing. I've been watching TV shows. I've been watching movies. I've been playing games. I was playing, what was that game called that we played with Sav? I've already forgotten the name of it. Oh, that's so bad because it was so much fun too. Teardown multiplayer. That game was so much fun, and it is the most fun I've had on like a multiplayer game in a long time. So we're definitely going to be doing a bit more of that. And Sav and I, we're planning the next joint stream, so that's going to be good. Stay tuned for that one. Blind Fury's in here as well. Let's go. Time for a nap. Well, hopefully I can talk you to sleep, you know, just get you all snuggled up in the bed, nice and cozy, give you a little kiss on the forehead, and send you on your way. What was that? Midnight Vice is in here as well. Welcome in, man. Welcome in. Has your profile picture always been that? That's thrown me right off. I can't even remember what it used to be. Sav's in here as well. Welcome in. Welcome in. Fury says, looking forward to tonight. Hopefully I can entertain you guys enough. Let's hope. All right. I just realized I've got the other face cam on. Let's change that. Let's change it back to this guy right here. There we go. There we go. We don't need the construction stuff on. All right. That was for teardown. But that shift is over. Display, welcome in. Yes, sir. Sav, Bogan, chat, what's goodie? I thought you said wants goodie for a second. Then I'm like, what goodies are you giving out? But welcome in, man. It's really the month of April almost already. I know, time is flying. Time is flying. What was it? 2024 was the year that Rockstar didn't drop a single thing, and that felt like a slog. That year went so slow, for me at least. 2025, a little bit faster, but this year, dude, it's almost April. It's just going so quick. I can't get over that. Blind Fury is about to eat a nice chicken pasta. Okay. I'm definitely hungry. You guys should know, when I start these streams, it's typically like the first thing I'm doing in the morning. I will wake up, have a coffee, and that's it. If I've got, you know, a little bit more energy about me, maybe I'll make some toast. But I didn't do that this morning. I'm like, you know what? I don't feel too hungry. Give me about 30 minutes, maybe an hour, and I'm going to be starving. Sav says, I'm sneezing like crazy because of the pollen in the air. Dude, literally before the stream started, like I was looking at the countdown, I had like 30 seconds left. I sneezed like 8 times, man. I don't know. I got what's going on with you. That's crazy. Every time, I don't know. Me and Sav are like the same person, man. It's so weird. And it's not forced. It's like now we're sneezing together. What's going on? Display says, yeah, my allergies have been annoying ever since being in my 20s. Look, as soon as you get to your 20s, everything's downhill from there, all right? You know, you go about your life, you know, you get to play with new toy cars as a child, right? Play with your toy cars, everything's good, get introduced to gaming, consoles, that's cool, going out on bike rides, everything's cool, And then you get to your 20s, and now you got to look forward to knee pain, back pain, constant migraines, bills. You know, everything stacks up. It just gets worse. I'm so sorry, guys. You know, as a child, you'd be like, oh, dude, I can't wait to grow up. Well, don't do that. Fury says, dang, hope it calms down for you soon. People saying dang is so funny as well, because we don't say that either in Australia. Dang and y'all, I can't do. I just can't say it. Like, it feels too American for me. I feel the bald eagle flying above my head and the wind in my hair, my non-existent hair. Fury says, I love seeing that Banshee. The Banshee's nice. The Banshee is nice. I'm so glad it's found a home, because I didn't know what to do with that for like 2 years. Need to go get the cookies out of the oven. I got 3 minutes left. Display. If you're not in the Discord server, join the server, because I want to see those cookies. Fury says, I think I might be having a bite on both PlayStation and Xbox. Okay. Fair enough. I think... Look, I've been an Xbox player for a very, very long time, and I do want to get on Xbox, right? Because that's where all my progress is. But as I've gotten into PC gaming, which I didn't think I'd do, I bought this PC to edit videos, and then I'm like, yeah, I could buy a game. Yeah, I could buy another game, and another game, and another game, and now I think I'm a PC gamer, to be honest. But Xbox is where all of my progress is. So when people are like, oh, dude, let's play GTA Online, I'm like, dude, if it's not on Xbox, I kind of don't want to play it. Because I don't want to restart again. You know, you go onto the PC... That's for mods. So if I were to go in online, 1, I've got to strip back all the mods. 2, I've got to download Enhanced, which I have done now to be able to do that challenge video with Infinity. But still, in online, I've got nothing. So even when we were doing that challenge video, I had nothing. You know, I had to buy a car, and it was stock standard, man. Or I had to borrow cars as well. But yeah, everything I've done is on the Xbox. I created my character on January 1st, 2014. And he's been with me ever since. It's I don't know, it feels weird. I feel guilty moving on from the platform, but the direction Xbox are heading, I don't really want to be a part of it, man. It's annoying, constantly raising the prices as well. Like, I know everyone's doing that across literally everything, really. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I'm finished with the Xbox, and I'm looking at my Elite controller as well. This is like my second Elite Mark II controller, I think, and it's always the same issues with it, man. Like, yes, it's really good to have extra paddles, and I know the PlayStation has the DualSense Edge, which comes with paddles, but I want 4 paddles, man, so I might have to get like a aftermarket controller. But I'm looking at the controller right now. I wish I had face cam, I could show you guys, but the grips, they're coming off. I've cracked it somehow, which is weird because this thing lives on my desk, and I've never thrown a controller in my life. And the RB button, the bumpers, they're just cooked. Every time I get into a new game, like when I go into Dying Light, I'm like, oh, the jump button is RB. That's not good, because that means I'm going to cook my RB button. So I played it on keyboard and mouse, but, you know, it doesn't take much for that button to break itself. We got 25 people in here. What am I doing right? Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Mopar Eddie, welcome in, man. Welcome in. Let's scroll down. Sav says, PC wasn't an option, so PlayStation it is. Well, it's not really dropping on the PC just yet, you know? So, it's either you're playing it on PlayStation or Xbox, or you're watching it on YouTube. There are people out there that are like, I'm not buying it until I get PC. Like, dude, you're going to be waiting, like, you know, up to a year for that. So, I think that those sort of people are funny. But, yeah, I do want it to drop on the PC, because that's what is most comfortable for me right now, and it's so much easier to make content as well. You don't have to worry about, you know, an external thing to be able to record. You don't have to worry about all these wires. It's just all in one spot, man. 40 seconds, let's go. Dude, I'm so behind. I'm catching, all right? Sav says, everyone say face reveal. We're getting there, all right, Sav? We're getting there. Blood Rain is going to be lurking still at the gym. That's good. You get those gains in, brother. Nicholas, welcome in, brother. Jerry says, okay, everyone's saying it now. Face reveal, face reveal. Remember me. Nicholas, of course I remember you. I can't tell you exactly what stream it was from, but I remember names, all right? When they keep popping up in streams, I remember. I just probably couldn't tell you exactly what stream, because I don't even know what I spoke about in the last stream. Different angle, Bav. So, the thing with the face reveals, I'm talking with Sav about it, and like we do, he is a salesman, right? He pushes it. He's like, you could do this. And then if I've got a problem, I'd be like, I can't do a face reveal because he'll be like, well, you could because. And I'm like, oh, man, you need to relax, all right? So when the face reveal finally comes out, you guys can thank Sab for that because he is a driving force behind that. But the things that I need to do in order to get a face reveal, right? I've shared my setup in the Discord server before. If you guys haven't seen it, join the Discord and it's in there. We've also just hit 100 members in the Discord, so it would be good to, get above 100, because if someone leaves, then we're at 99 again, reset progress. So join up on the Discord server, you can check out my setup. But the thing with my setup, it looks really nice for a photo. Well, I would say that, at least. Maybe someone else, angry person in the comments will say it looks like fucking shit, and that's fine. But I think it looks really, really nice when you take a photo of it. But if I were to set a camera up, that camera's facing backwards, and dude, there's not a lot going on back here. All right, it's a mess. It doesn't look that great. I could set it up as well, so that you can see my dog sleeping in the back. He loves it. Just got to put a shock collar on him, like Hassan. I'm joking. This dude doesn't move at all. He just loves it. But yeah, I need to get the back of the setup, I guess. So it looks visually nice. I don't want to just set a camera up and call it a day. I want it to be intentional. I want it to be thought out. Think of Savs. Savs is really nice. It's got super cool LEDs. It's dark in there as well. He's got the light on his face. I need to do all of that. And for me to do all of that, it costs a little bit of money. And right now, your boy's broke, all right? There's nothing to talk about in the GTA 6 space. That's why we're doing this stream, And people be like, well, are you going to talk about GTA 6? We're like, yeah, kind of. But you guys got to ask me questions because we've run out. Because there's not a whole lot going in the GTA 6 Speen. What's a speen? That sounds like it could be a word. Scene or space. That's what I was going for. There's not much going on there. There's not much to talk about. The current videos that I do are still like GTA 5, Red Dead sometimes, and Rockstar Games focused. And I feel like that's dying up. People are kind of getting over that. Maybe the GTA 6 hype is starting to go back up on the rise, but I held off doing GTA 6 content because I don't want to get into that loop where I make GTA news videos or whatever, and then we run out, like this dry period, and then, I gotta pull shit out of my ass. I gotta come up with new things, be like, hey, look, Rockstar just dropped new news, and there's nothing to talk about, Like, people have been making videos, no disrespect to anyone that does it, but I feel like some people could just be making a post, or someone posts something and people want to make it into a video, but it doesn't need to be a video. I don't know. Let's scroll down. Generic Jerry, welcome in. Blind Fury, better get something on my birthday if we get anything in April, but I personally believe in mid-May. Hopefully, for your sake, you do get something on your birthday. That would be an insane feeling. EC Does It says, yo, can't stay for long since it's my birthday, but I'm tired. Thought I should say a quick hi. Welcome in, brother, and you've probably dipped out by now because I'm so far behind, but happy birthday. I hope you have had a really good day. If you're tired, I'm assuming, no, it would be the end of the day for you, so birthday's done, right? Sav with a super chat. $20 dues. Actually, that's not a dollary do. That's an American-y do. US dollars. Sav, thank you so much. He says, that's it. I'm starting the camera fund for the face reveal. Who's with me? Should I set it up? Should I set a goal? I feel bad doing this. I really do. Let's go. Look, it'll be modest, okay? And let's put in a little emoji at the end of this. I'm going to start the goal, all right? Sav wants the goal started, so we're going to start a goal. If anyone wants to, feel free to do it. You absolutely do not have to donate towards it, but the more money that we raise, of course, YouTube's going to take a percentage, and it's not going to be like we're going to buy a camera this stream. But I want to do face reveals before GTA 6 comes out, so within the next few months, all right? So anything... We got another one. Boys, you don't have to. Why did that not count as well? That was over the budget. I don't know why that didn't count towards the dono goal. But display, thank you so much, man. That's it. You're going to have no choice. Thank you so much, man. Look, I appreciate everyone that does donate. You guys absolutely do not have to do it. I say it all the time. I'm like, you know what? You owe me 20 bucks. But it's all jokes. I just appreciate everyone hanging out. We got 34 people knocking about right now. And knocking about, who am I? MCT? Dude, I watch him too much. I'm going to start speaking like him, man. No, when I watch MCT, he gives me some courage. He gives me motivation. His streams are elite. And the way he can just I don't know, entertain. He's an entertainer. How can you forget about Teardown? I know. Need to do more Teardown. We're definitely going to be playing more Teardown. This week, and the past, no way, we got another one. Stevie! Happy to contribute to seeing this man's beautiful face. Thank you so much, Stevie. Brother, I didn't even know you're here. I'm trying to catch up. You're probably chilling in the chat already, but we're getting there, okay? We're getting there. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate everyone. Where were we? Me and Sav, we're going to do more streams together. It's just too much fun to not do it again. It'd be stupid to not do it again. But this week and the last 2 weeks, I've just been very, very busy in my real life, so I haven't been able to actually lock in and get some streams done. So as of next week, we should be back to normal, and I'm going to post a little stream schedule thing in my Discord so everyone knows when I go live. All right. Nicholas, face reveal, doc worker back. Oh, you want the doc worker back? Yo, Bav, your audio is off, man. Midnight Vice. There we go. I've caught up to Stevie's thing. Welcome. Nicholas says, yo, Bav, you remember me? Dude, I got there eventually. Blind Furies tipped a 2. Thank you very much. Where's the thing? It hasn't popped up the top. It hasn't popped up. Now I got to scroll down. I don't want to lose my position. I appreciate you nonetheless, all right? If I lose this position, I'm going to freak. No, let's scroll down. Oh, man, I'm so far behind. Blind Fury with the 2. Face reveal, going to be as beautiful as the voice. Well, I hope so, Every time a face reveal happens, I don't want to make it like an event, You think of Dream, that guy? He done a face reveal. It was just a meme. I don't want it to be a big thing at all. I just want it to, one day, cameras on, that's it. Let's scroll back up. I want to make sure I'm not missing anyone because there's 37 people in here. What are you guys doing? Where's this being shared to? Nicholas says, you're bald? I can vision your face reveal. Okay. Look, I used to have a beautiful mullet, all right? And then I got sick of it because I would wear a hat or I'd wear a beanie because I worked in a cold environment sometimes. And it would just get too sweaty and it was annoying. So I was sick of washing my hair. I'm like, you know what? Let's just shave it off. So I shaved it off and I never looked back since. And it looks great. And I can grow a beard now. It's a little bit patchy. It's a little bit how you going. No way. Pluto mods with a $9.99. Let's get amongst it. That's it. MCT right there. Every time I say, let's get amongst it, or anyone says it in their day-to-day, I just think of MCT. That's the kind of pull that guy has, right? All right, let's scroll back up. I'm going to try and blitz through these comments to make sure I'm, not skipping over everyone, but we got to catch up. Display was saying, you're saying that 2024 had nothing, and TGG saying it's been almost a year since any trailers and screenshots, April or May. Yeah, that's fair point. I was talking about 2024 as a whole, that entire year from start to finish. We didn't hear a single drop from Rockstar, which is just incredible. It's crazy. I'm pretty sure it was 2024, right? Because they released trailer 1 in December 23, went through 24 with nothing, and then in 25, that's when we got trailer 2 plus the delay. So, but yeah, what TGG was saying about them not going over a year before dropping another trailer or something, I agree with that. 100%. We're getting closer. So that gap in between trailers and news, that's going to shrink a lot. Jerry says, it's the flu season where I'm living. Well, stay inside. Play your favorite game. Rug up. Don't worry about going outside. There's nothing important out there, all right? This is coming from a gamer. Roman Plays. Welcome in, man. Welcome in. I don't know if I said hello. I just want to make sure I'm, welcoming everyone in. Fox says, I don't want to be an adult. Don't be an adult, all right? Whoa. Kid Colt is in here with a tenner. Kid Colt, I don't think I've seen a dono from you in a long time. Welcome in. Carmine Falcone sends his regards. Oh, God. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Midnight Vice as well. I'm broke as hell, but I want to contribute. Guys, don't just do it because I said, all right? I feel so guilty. This feels weird. Should I remove the goal? Should I remove it? Plus, I don't even know why it's not working. Because there have been multiple ones that are in that range, but they just, I don't know. Maybe because it's above. That's so weird. YouTube works in weird ways, man. I'm going to keep it up, but let's go back into this. You're not wrong, man. Rent alone made me realize how big adulthood is. Dude, it's insane how much rent is. Like, I am getting hammered by it. You know, life is expensive. And then right now as well, in Australia, I don't know about anywhere else in the world because, you know, I'm in my little bubble, I guess. But fuel prices, man. I know it's because of what's going on, but I've never looked at fuel prices this much in my life, man. It's incredible. It is crazy how expensive it's getting. And my car as well, thankfully, I'm not using it as much while I'm, you know, at home working on YouTube. But, man, that thing takes like 120 liters and it costs a lot of money. Let's keep moving down. Nicholas says, man, there is only 18% of people getting GTA 6 on Xbox. Look, Xbox is done. Pack it up. Move on, you know. Come over to the PlayStation Nation. I can't even say it. Dude, MCT. I need to get, what are they called? Speech therapy from MCT. You know, the way he speaks, it's just, I love it. Chef's kiss. We had to give my baby Bav away. Oh, the baby kitten Bav. Did you tell him its name was Bav? If they rename that kitten, I swear to God. No, that's sad. But look, you can't keep them all. I know what it is like, you know, having, not kittens, but I've had puppies before. Because my dogs, you know, I was like, I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on this, by the way, but my thought is, if my dog can, my dog should. You know, like, it should be able to breed. It's got the parts. Why should I rob them of that life? You know, it's natural. I know there are a lot of dogs in the world and people are like, oh, breeders are really bad. I'm not a breeder. Let's make that clear. I just wanted to let my dog be able to experience that before we take that away from her because, you know. So my dog went on to have 6 healthy puppies and that was really good. That was an experience and a half, man. That was crazy. And, you know, we ended up sending them off to their homes. One of them went to my mother, so I do get to see. Another one went to my sister, which I do get to see. And then one of my good friends that lives a couple of hours away now, so I get to see 3 of them kind of like regularly, like at least through photos. The other 3, one went to a very like rich person. It was crazy. They came into the house. Bogan Babe searched her up on Instagram. Turns out she's a very successful business lady and she traveled like 8 hours to go get this dog. And I'm like, wow, that's commitment. But that dog lives a very luxurious life. I'm jealous. The other 2, where did the other 2 go? We had, one of them went to a working man. Like, you know, this guy's a working man. I'm like, you know what? They love these kind of dogs. So more than happy. He got one. And the last one went to one of my mum's friends that she knows or whatever. But I don't really see too much of that dog, which makes me sad because I kind of wanted to keep that one. But my sister's one was stolen from her backyard. So that pissed me off. And the only reason we found that dog was because it ended up getting into rat poison at the place that took her. But I guess they had a good enough heart that they took her to a vet. And then it was flagged. It's like, oh, this dog's stolen. So, of course, you know, he got caught in the act. He was like, oh, whoa, I just found this dog and gave it back. Like, you know what? Why would you take the dog 2 hours away, man? Why would you do that? So we ended up getting the dog back. And I said to my sister, look, I don't like this. I'm just gonna keep the dog because I feel like I can offer it a better life. So I gave her money back and I said I'm keeping the dog. She's like, yeah, okay, fair enough. And then the dude that was like the working man, you know, he ended up calling up. Hey, I'm really sorry to do this. I didn't know who to call or if I could call you, but I'm currently going through a divorce. You know, things are really tough. I just don't think I can look after this dog. And I'm like, great. At least he's reached out and hasn't just thrown the dog out in the bush. That's good. But this dude, he was like, oh, you don't have to give me money unless you want to. I'm like, oh, he wants money. He wants money. And I'm listening to the phone call because he was calling Bogan Babe. And she's like, oh, we can give you money if you want. Like, we can give you the money back. I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you say that? So phone call hangs up. I'm like, we're not giving him money. It's been like 2 months, man. He's not having money back. So she goes, collects the dog, and he's like, oh, how about that money? And she's like, well, no, like, we're just going to take dogs. Sorry about that. And then he kept, like, messaging after that. It was like, money? Like, dude, move on, all right? So we took that dog in, and we're like, all right, we're going to rehome him. Want to give him a good life. He was so untrained. He was a very, very nice boy. He was such a sweet dog. But then he was just so untrained after spending time with him. And he's a big dog. Very good-looking dog too. I ended up guilt-tripping my mum. I'm like, look, I think you need 2 dogs. I'm like, you got to watch out for littermate syndrome as well. And she's like, yeah. But since then, he has lived with her for a couple years now, and they're getting along very well. And there's another dog in there, and they're frequently active with other dogs. So littermate, currently, not an issue. What a waffle. What a waffle. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to catch up on chat, and I just went even slower. Xbox was good in 360 days. PS5 Pro had the best console switch I ever used, and I don't want to switch. That's fair. Sav says lies. He throws it all the time. What do I throw? See, that's what happens when I go on a waffle. I forget what I'm talking about. Do you stream where you play VR chat? I want to meet up with you in GA. I actually don't do VR. I don't have a VR headset. I've always wanted one, but the price point for that and then the amount of use that I would get out of it, I'm like, dude, I feel like it'll be a gimmicky thing. Like, I'll use it for a couple of hours and then I'll forget about it. So I've just never ended up buying one. But I do remember going to PAX Australia, gaming convention down here in Australia, and they had VR. This was when it was just getting rolled out, basically. Went into this room, put the headset on, and I'm like a World War II soldier. You know, I got sandbags around me. I'm just shooting stuff. That was so much fun. That was life-changing. I love that. Fox says, just rename this live to talking to chat. Yeah, I know, right? Well, it's kind of, you know, I write Let's Talk GTA 6. I can't help going out on a waffle. Colt says, sorry for being late, gentlemen. I had to make some banger movie recommendations prior to dropping by. If anyone wants to see Kid Colt's movie recommendations, be warned, if you present one of your own recommendations, he's very difficult guy to please, all right? But he's a good guy. He's a good guy to trust, all right? Don't let him scare you off. Join the Discord server, guys. It is pinned. We have 100 members, but... Oh, hang on. We should have 100 and... What do we got? 102 members. Display and Richter. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. All right. Maybe we're never going to go below 100 again. Hopefully. Let's see. Fatal NCG. Welcome in, brother. Blacktop Junkie. I know. I'm catching up, but welcome in. Sav can talk anyone into anything. He's a very good salesman, all right? He has to be great at parties, right? But, oh man, I'm so far behind. Let's keep scrolling down. Who the hell said face reveal? We're getting there, Fox, all right? We will do a face reveal. I just need to get some things in order. Got to get the setup looking nice. Got to get a camera. Got to get a light as well. And before GTA 6, I think we're definitely going to be doing it. 100%. Sav's the ultimate salesman and networker. That's a very, very true statement right there. He is an incredible salesman. You know, I had previously said at 100k we'll do it. And then I was like, maybe before GTA 6. And then I said, you know, I'd feel better doing it if my channel was moving, you know, at a smooth rate. Like everything was trending upwards. It's looking good. And he's like, oh, and then I also said, when there's news, maybe it'll be a bit more worthy of a face reveal. And he's like, well, that's a great time to do it now. And I'm like, oh, he got me. All right. So it'll come sooner rather than later. Roman plays, what's up, Bav and Sav? Fox says, my baby kitty Bav has a new home. Well, I hope that cat has a good life and a good home that it's went to. Let's keep scrolling down. When do you think we're getting the third trailer? My personal prediction, I think May. April, I think, is something completely different. But May, I've said it for a while. I think it doesn't make sense in like the calendar day that they do things. But normally their big announcements come on like Fridays, right? But May 26th, when the game was meant to drop, I think that's Tuesday. That's when I kind of feel like they'll do it. But who knows? Who knows? Cuban Gamer, welcome in. No more delays is going to... Let me change that to screenshots. It's annoying me looking at the trailer. No more delays is not going to happen. Trailer 3 and pre-orders could drop any moment. We've been a couple weeks between April and May or June. I think, yeah, we're going to get Trailer 3 very soon, like within 3 months, guaranteed. You know, if I'm wrong, I'll shave my head, which is not really that bad because I shave my head kind of every week. But yeah, I think within the next 3 months, we're definitely going to get something. Start making GTA Online vids about trolling people. I did actually used to make trolling videos. They were quite fun. I somewhat started my channel with doing funny moments. If you guys want to check them out, 100% go do that. I've got a whole playlist of them somewhere. Oops, I've just clicked on the stream. Let's go playlists. I'll put this up on the screen in just a second. Where is it? GT Online funny moments. Okay, and put this on the screen. Here is my playlist for all of my funny moments. I think that's, I don't know, 15 or so videos in there. 14 videos. But these were a lot of fun, and you can see like how bad I was back in the day with editing and stuff. Someone said that like the sounds are too loud and all that, but that's how I learn. Trial and error with this stuff. But if anyone wants to check these out, very good content, if I do say so myself. A lot of people asking about the third trailer. Eli, I feel like I answered that, yeah? Yeah, I answered that. Eli, I'm sorry, alright? I'm trying to catch up. I'm just so slow. EC does it. I was still lurking, bug. Gotta head out now. Have a good stream. My man. McTannen is a goat. I agree. Man is elite at his game. Dude, he's so good. He's so talented with what he does. Just the way he entertains people for, like, as long as he does, and how quick he is at responses. And he doesn't mess up his words. Me, if I'm talking without a script, or you know what, even with a script, I mess up my words quite a lot. Everyone's eager to see that Aussie face. Look, I hope I don't disappoint you guys, alright? Let's hope it's received well. Alright, let's... Sav says, let's go, already at $45. Can we get to 100? This man needs a camera. That's only a small portion of the way. I asked Sav what camera he uses, and I searched it up, like, oh, damn. It's like 1,000 Australian dollars, pretty much. So, that's a bit of a grind. That's more than what I make on YouTube a month. This month has been horrible, just based on nothing happening. Me not posting too, that kind of hurts. I did do that challenge video. It was a different kind of video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I do want to do more challenges, but I got like one more good video in me, maybe two, before I think we ramp up and start getting to GTA 6 content. I'm talking like full-on breakdowns. I want to do a collab video with Sav, where we talk about everything we know about GTA 6 before Trailer 3. Like, everyone's made that video before. Sav's made that video before. But I've never made that video. I think it'd be fun. And then we can go down and break it into further detail in separate videos and talk about, you know, different kind of things that are happening in the game, like with the characters, maybe a story prediction, different kind of mechanics and physics and all that kind of good stuff. Blacktop says, Sav tells me Bav is a handsome fella. I don't know why he's hiding. Look, you know what? Who's the guy that does the little fan arts of everyone? Sav should like go and talk to him and just describe me and see what he comes up with, like in the drawing, like see how close he gets. That'd be kind of funny. Yeah, MCT did it perfectly. Just make it normal and go on with your day. Let's keep scrolling. Sav says another 10. Let's go. And Fury with the 2-seat. Look at you guys, hyped up. I'm getting there. 39 people still in here. I don't know how I'm entertaining you guys, but I appreciate everyone for being in here. How do you think GTA 6 is going to end? Also, how do you think the final GTA Online DLC will be? Well, I thought that the Mansions was going to be the last DLC, but that's now been split in a second part, definitely, by the suggestions in the dialogue and all that. But yeah, I don't really know how it's going to end. I know there was a cut bit with Jimmy texting you, talking about how he's moved away. Like, Amanda mentioned it, but I think that's going to be like a little bit of a tie-in to moving to like Leonida, Vice City and all that. Not anything crazy. Maybe a little bit bigger than what, like, you know, we're normally expecting with updates, but I don't know. I think they're going to go out with a bang. That's what I think. But as for how GTA 6 is going to end, I'm not too sure. I just hope that it doesn't end in character deaths, to be honest. I hope maybe there's like an optional one, but I hope that it's not canon that either of them die, because I love them. I don't want them to go. Hi from Argentina. Let's go. Just bought a PS5 Pro and an OLED only for GTA 6. That's what you want. Go out and get the consoles and the TVs that you guys need, monitors, whatnot. because you are going to want to play this in the best possible way. Sav says, like the stream, guys. Yeah, get on there, like the stream. How many are we even at right now? I don't really look at likes on streams ever. I got to pay attention to this stuff. Let's have a look. 21 likes. That's really good. I appreciate everyone. Blind Fury says I was the first like. That's it. Suck it, hooligan. It's highly likely we're going to get Trailer 3 on May 26th, since it was the day GTA 6 was meant to release, so it just makes sense. Yes, I would agree with you. The only thing that makes me a bit like hesitant about that is it being a Tuesday when their big announcements really come on like Fridays, I think. Unless I'm wrong. But I don't know. Eli again, when do you think we get the third trailer? Eli, I've answered it, brother. I think May 26th. We'll see. Midnight Vice, my guy, says Blind Fury. Also, sup Kid Colt. Cuban Gamer says, yeah, I would have been the best. I would have been the best time right now to play GTA. Oh, I need a burp. Oh. If you guys ever wonder or ever stick around to the end of my videos, right? If you stick around to the end of my videos, you'll notice I always burp. At the end, very end, like last second, I always burp in there. It's just like a running joke I've got. Reason? Every time I'm behind this mic and just talking, just chatting, whether it's reading a script or live streaming, I feel the urge to burp, man. Is there something wrong with me? I don't know. Where are we up to? You guys are killing it. Let's keep going. Says, look at him. He's my official hype man. Let's go. No, don't remove the goal. Okay, we'll keep it going. Blind Fury says, Dono train on a roll tonight. I know. That started off really strong. I'm so appreciative of like everyone actually doing that. Where are we at? The goal can't keep up with hype. I know. It's so weird that it's only done like 1 out of 10. Kid Colt says, besides, I'm not using my savings for super chats. I'm using the money from YouTube, so it's A-OK. There you go. Reinvest. And he's chosen to invest that money into me. Do you think GTA 6 is going to have a happy ending? Ooh. Or also, what song do you think is going to play for the end credits in GTA 6? End credits, couldn't tell you. I think they're going to find something good, though. They always do with their music. They always hit with that stuff. Like, take a look at their trailers. They are so nice. But I feel like we're going to get a somewhat happy ending. I think throughout the story, we're going to see Jason and Lucia's relationship get tested. There's going to be a moment where they probably don't want to talk to each other. You think it's over. Similar to in GTA 5, Michael and Trevor, they, pointing guns at each other, and then Trevor comes in and is like, if anyone's going to kill you, it's going to be me, basically. So I feel like there's going to be a moment like that where Jason and Lucia just aren't seeing eye to eye. They hate each other, they don't want to talk to each other, but then realize, hey, you know what? He's not too bad. So then they get back together, and I think the story might end on somewhat happy ending. Maybe a lot of people are dead. Still end on like a dark sort of tone, but I just hate it if they died, man. I don't want to see him die. I've scrolled too far. Where am I at? Where are we? We have a Dono trade goal to try and finance a camera for Bav to do a face reveal. There we go. What breeds of dogs do you think will be in GTA 6? There are going to be a lot of dogs. Definitely those ugly little white ones. Sorry if anyone in the chat has one, but there's little, I don't even know what they're called. I don't even know. They're like those fluffy, small white dogs. I despise them. My neighbors, before they moved out, they had 2 of them, and they were the most annoying, yappy little, I just wanted to choke them. That's so bad. But they just were non-stop. I had to put a fence in my backyard to like split my yard in half, and I wasn't building a big fence, so I'd done it along like a walkway out the back, and I put that there so that my dogs would stop going onto their side, because every time they did, those 2 dogs would just get at it on either side. And on the neighbor's side of the fence, they're fine. They've got like no garden bed. On my side, I do have the garden bed, and my dogs, when another dog's barking, they want to go at it. So the garden bed was destroyed, so I had to put a fence to separate it and keep them away from that side. Thankfully, those neighbors are gone. They were annoying. Let's see. 2nd of April is my guess. Almost 50 viewers. Did we really do 50? That would have been cool. I stopped looking at the number, but I've got 39 on here right now. So again, this stream, all the support, everyone pulling up and chatting in here, it's been one of my biggest streams in a long time. So I don't know. This is crazy. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me as well. Does this mean that, like, you know, the GTA 6 hype is kind of back and people are interested again in GTA 6 stuff? Because that's what it feels like. You know, more people are coming back. I don't blame it. I know MCT spoke about it. Pretty sure Sav's spoken about it too. But, like, people in this period, like, as a viewer, kind of, like, stop watching GTA 6, stop keeping up with the stuff. And I don't blame them. But I feel like, you know, that hype's starting to build up again. I feel like it's coming. Let's scroll down. Sav, I hope we get Golden Labs and Sky Terrier. I don't even know what a Sky Terrier is. But let's hope Chop's in the game, right? No, Chop would definitely be gone by now, man. That's a sad thing to think about. There's no way Chop makes it to GTA 6. Nicholas says, yo, Bav, could I be a mod because I'm always here? Right now, I think we're good for mods. But, Nicholas, I will keep you in mind, brother. I will keep you in mind. Eli said the same thing. I don't know if it's just because I'm so far behind I hadn't read it, or like he's just, I don't know. Hooligan says, yo, make me a mod. Hooligan, you're a dangerous person. You're a dangerous person. Colt says, I'm not difficult to please, I just don't like bad movies. That's the difference. Fair enough, fair enough. Fox says, I cut my hair and I look like a medieval choir boy. Any Daniel Day-Lewis movie is top tier, underrated actor. I do want to watch some more stuff with him in that. Eli says, can you answer my question? Fox says, not face reveal, D-veal. Oh, someone was insulting me? Look, D and R are pretty close on the keyboard. I wouldn't blame him. It could have just been a accident. Watch out for There Will Be Blood up on Tubi. I don't even know what Tubi is. But that is one I want to watch. Where are we at? Hooligan says, I can't stand that Sav guy. I know, right? He's so annoying. Thank you, friends, very much for answering my... Oh, there we go. Sorry, I'm so far behind. I do kind of want to scroll down to the bottom, but I don't want to miss out on what people are saying. We're scrolling. Fox says, what's your opinion on the current state of small hot dogs? Small hot dogs? We would call them Frankfurts here, down in Victoria. But Bogan Babe, she's from Queensland. All right, a little bit north Australia. And what they call, you know, those small hot dogs, she calls them Cheerios. Cheerios after the cereal? Like, girl, what are you doing, man? Like, I don't know. Hooligan Bab, turn your OBS up. Get out of here, you fucking loser. Sorry about that. No audio. Oh, here we go. I think he's muted. Imagine if I actually was and I wouldn't have known until like 10 minutes later because of how far behind I am. I can see the mic moving, so you guys aren't going to get me this time. Fox says, I've been kind of depressed lately because my uncle used to hit me. I'm going to go, but thanks for being an inspiration for my own. Look, I'm glad that I've been able to, you know, take your mind off that sort of stuff. If you ever need anything, join the Discord, and we can chat in there, you know. Like streams, that's only like a once a week thing, but I'm very active in the Discord server, so, you know, we can connect in there, but I do hope things get better for you. And, you know, we're always here. It's a good community we're building. There's always people around you can chat to. But take care. Thank you very much for tuning into the stream, and I will see you in the next one. Racing Road says, I hope the April Fool's thing is not... I hope the April thing is not April Fool's. Imagine that. It would be funny if they'd done that. Chat sold, never mind. Clear comms. I hear him fine. Thank you, Fox. Thank you, fucking geezers, says Display. Oh, we're messing with him, Fury. Take notes for the next stream, Bav. Thank you. Look, when I said that to Midnight Vice, if you're in here, I typed that message out. And then everyone's like, dude, that's so rude. As if you said that. I didn't mean it to be rude, okay? You and Sav need to go one-on-one with GTA 5 Guesser and GTA 6 Guesser. GTA 6 Guesser I'd be horrible at. GTA 5 Guesser I'm pretty decent at. I'm going to pull it up in the background. And maybe we can run some of that. You don't want me drawing you, bud. No, you wouldn't be drawing. You'd provide the description. Isn't it? Is it Hooligan that does the drawings? Or am I thinking of someone else? No, it was Upper Robin. Upper Robin's the one. Oh, my drawing of Bav will be diabolical. Great. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm nervous about that. Colt says, why don't you check out my movie suggestions live? I'll have a quick look. Movies. We got True Romance. This is a fictionalized story of how Bav met Bogan Babe. Okay. And The Aviator. What has he said about that? See, I'm no poser. I actually watch lesser known movies by great directors, and this is one of them. And a Jewel. All right. Look, if you guys want to join the Discord server, once again, it is pinned. If you guys have movie suggestions, game suggestions, drop them in there. I've been working my way through a lot of the suggestions, so I've been doing pretty good. That's the wrong screen. How do I get... There we go. All right, we have GTA Guessr in the background. We are going to start that in just a sec. I'm still scrolling down, making my way. I think diehard fans are always gaining hype. I think casuals aren't hyped up yet, but that pre-order button goes live, the world's going to go nuts. I know it's going to go insane. I'm going to be gutted if I actually miss out on a pre-order. Well, no, because they're pre-orders. They're not actually a thing yet, right? Do pre-orders sell out? I don't even know. It's been so long. I just want my physical collection, you know? I want whatever they're selling. Crazy I get to catch a Bav stream. Cannoli, do so much. Welcome. I'm glad you've been able to catch one. Blind Fury says, it's been 13 years, brother. Chop's gone. I know Chop's gone. When I seen him in the contract, when you guys seen him and he fell on the ground, did you think that was it? Like, I thought Rockstar were about to kill Chop then and there. I was not expecting him to just be high. Like, I thought he was fucking dead, man. Colt's finishing up his entire transcription of my short story. There's one noir-esque police thriller. If you'd actually have the time to sit down and read it, you'd enjoy it. Okay, send it through. I can read that. Can't believe Bav still hasn't fixed his mic. What a loser. Duka. Footy Franks. Is that what you call him? Look, fair enough. That's half decent. I don't mind that. Colt says, I like Cheerios. Cheerios are fun. It was just so weird when she was like, Cheerios. I'm like, no. Like, at the best, I'd accept mini hot dogs. Mini hot dogs work. Or party hot dogs. This is a weird one. But, you know, you got party sausage rolls, party pies. They're like smaller versions of like a meat pie and a sausage roll for parties. They're good too. I didn't realize I would get abused in both streams. I'm sorry, Hooligan. How did you turn depression into a Discord plug? What? No. I'm just saying it's easier to communicate and talk about those things and open up and connect better on Discord than it is to like Discord. I don't earn any money from Discord. If anything, I want you to stay in the stream, keep generating me ad revenue. No, I'm joking. Discord is where people can, like, we can actually connect and actually talk about things more in depth instead of like short messages that are limited by the amount of characters that you can send. So again, if anyone wants to talk, Discord is the place to do that. Blind View, Midnight Vice says, wait, what, Rude? What are we even talking about? I put a message into your live chat, Vice, and it was, what did I say again, guys? I've already forgotten. I said, like, take notes and learn for the next stream, but the boys thought it came across as rude. I just wanted to clarify that was not my intent. Fury says, what did you say to my Midnight? Oh my god, we got a glazer over here. What are you glazing him for? Fury, you gotta glaze me now. You gotta cut ties with every other YouTuber you know, alright? I'm joking. I heard him say my name and something about being rude. I just didn't get the full context. Yeah, it was just about one of the messages I said about, you know, like, taking notes. It sounds rude when I'm thinking about it now, but it was never my intent. That's why I ended up sending you a full DM, because, again, going back to Discord, it's easier to communicate there, and you're not limited by the amount of characters you can send in a message. You know, you can actually convey your feelings and emotions better. Upper Robin says, I feel like I'd be terrible at Geoguessr in my own town. I've lived in my whole life. That's fair. You know, it feels weird driving down a different road that you've never driven down before. You know, like you drive down a main street, you look to your left, you're like, I've never been that way. And then when you go that way, it's just like you're unlocking a new part of the map. It feels so weird. You have summer plans. The wait for GTA 6 will feel less, and the next time trees change colors, we'll be playing GTA 6. There you go. Your night is here now. It's a party. Welcome in, night. Welcome in. Heck yeah, let's go. Did I catch up? I think I finally caught up. Boys, I caught up. The last message is from Kid Colt. The story I wrote is 35 pages long. I'm working on my own word count. There you go. Fury says, at this point, I'm going to make all creators jealous and fight over me since I didn't answer Sav's question on who's my favorite. All right, let's get into a game of GTA Guesser. I need to have a sip of this. Oh, that tastes so good. If anyone wants to know what I'm drinking,
use code BAV at checkout for 10% off gamer subs, by the way.
There you go. There you go. Use code BAV whenever you guys are getting gamer subs. It is linked in the description. It is the best energy drink replacement you can get. Like me, beforehand, I used to be addicted to Red Bulls, and it was unhealthy, you know, a lot of sugar and stuff in that, a lot of shit. But gamer subs reached out like, hey, we want to send you this. I'm like, oh, look, if you want. Razor with a 50. Razor. Love you, Bab. Dude, I love you. All right? I'm giving that forehead a kiss when I see you next. Thank you so much, man. That means a lot. We got the biggest dono of the night, ladies and gentlemen. And it surprisingly counted towards the goal. What happened to all the other goals? All the other donos, and they didn't count. That's so weird. But that is a massive donation, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. My man. Has he reignited the dono train once again? Alright. T-Bert says, Fury saying that like he didn't panic when Sav asked. Dude, who's your favorite? Who is your favorite, Fury? MCT needs some gamer subs, drinking yucky monster every stream. I know. But hey, if he gets on a gamer subs promotional deal, everyone's going to forget about using code BAV. They'll just start using code MCT. We can't have that, alright? Let him drink his drinks. But you guys in here right now, don't drink that dirty stuff. Drink gamer subs. Raw meat is my favorite flavor. It is so nice. saying raw meat is my favorite. Oh, it sounds so weird, doesn't it? That's what I love about this company, though. All of their names, all of their posts and artwork, it doesn't feel corporate. I say it all the time when I'm plugging in gamer subs, but if I were to start a company like that, this is what it would be. No one likes that corporate shit, you know, where everything has to be perfect. Everything has to be, you know, neutral and not offensive and not, you know, suggestive. These are great. You know, this aligns with me so much because if I were to do it, this is how I'd do it. So, yeah, they sent me out the package initially and they were like, hey, well, they emailed and said, can we send you out a package? And if you like it, we can talk about a long-term partnership. I'm like, okay, send it out. Free stuff. I'm not going to say no. And I was like, if it's bad, I'm obviously not going to promote it because that would just be annoying to promote something I genuinely hate. But I tried it. I'm like, what the fuck? This actually tastes good. So that's why gamer subs are a part of my channel. And such a big part too. And I'm so thankful for their, you know, the partnership that we got with them. So, of course, I'm always going to be promoting them. Razor says, iBogan Sav. That's some lore right there on these guys, because they don't even know about iBogan Bav, right? You're like, you guys haven't been here. You guys have only known Bogan Bav. Back in the day, lads, my name used to be iBogan Bav. It was so weird. It was so weird. Don't know why I done it. No, I do know why I done it. First of all, we had the iPhones. That was a big thing. Everyone was putting it in their names. Then there was this YouTuber that I liked a lot. His name was iCrazyTeddy. I don't know if you guys remember that. But he had an I in the name. And I took some inspiration with his name. It being the letter I. And then a word and another word stacked on. So his name was Teddy. And he was a crazy Teddy. And I'm like, okay. Bogan Bav. That's perfect. But how I came up with Bogan, that was during the Independence Day update in GTA. Where you could, you know, be a whole like redneck, but I'm Australian, and I was like, let's be a bogan. I can get a mullet in that game. I can do all that. Let's go. Sav's been a member for 4 months. Razor, a member for 7 months. Let's go. 5 more months and we're in for 1 year. Guys, thank you so much for supporting the channel for as long as you have. Being members, it does mean a lot. It's so cool. People, you know, help and support me. I don't know. It's a cool feeling. I don't really know how to explain it. It's just a very cool feeling. But going back to the naming, that Independence Day update made me feel like I could be a Bogan in that game. So that's where we got the name Bogan. Slap that on there with, you know, my nickname, Bav. And the rest is history. But then over time, I was like, you know what, I'm very sick of having Bogan Bav, so I dropped it down to just Bogan Bav. Where are we at? Robin says, I've expressed my feelings on Discord. Yeah, like, I wasn't trying to just plug Discord for the sake of, you know, building up a community. I'm just meaning, like, it's an easier place to actually communicate with people than a live chat, you know? If anyone wants a shoulder to lean on, Bogan Bav's right here, man. Midnight Vice says his favorite is VPA. What a disgrace that I am not that person. T Burton says, I will down some zero sugar monsters. Get out of here, T Burton, alright? I want you to get some raw meat down your throat. That's so bad. Alright, moving on. Display says, new TGG tweet. What has he said? I'm starting to think end of April, start of May for trailer 6. GTA 6 trailer 3, sorry. GTA 5's third trailer was April 30th. Red Dead 2 trailer 3 was May 2nd. Makes more sense to me. Is that what his tweet said? I do kind of want to pull it up, but Twitter, that's a dangerous game to be pulling up on stream. TGG. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that was the exact tweet. Well, I guess we'll find out. I'm leaning towards like the earlier months, but let's try and get this location out of the way, right? You can see the court center in the back. I think that's golf course. So I'd like to say we're somewhere up here, just based on these mountain things here. There's some raw mountain right here. Bogey Bav, let's go. I want to put it here, but actually, I don't know if the angle will completely work for that. What am I looking at with this? Maybe that's not the golf course, because I'm seeing that little mountain thing above it. I know I can see the court center. And if I were to be seeing the golf course, I've got to be on like an angle down here, which I don't think makes sense. That is a golf course, right? Like, you got the greenery, and then you've got like the little sand pits that are in there. And if we're seeing, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do this. Half decent attempt. All right, let's get into the next one. We will run through this game. That's the train station thing near the quarry, right? Just feels weird seeing all this. Yeah, the airplane graveyard's there. Bang, knock that in. Oh, fuck me, the confidence on that. I was so wrong. The confidence. This is an alleyway. In like this general area. What alleyway it could be, I don't even know. I feel like it's along this. I don't think that building there is the right one. No, I don't know if I'm going to get this. Let's just say it's in this general area. So I'm just going to drop one down. Not bad. Alright, that's pretty good for the general area. This one is up behind here. In amongst this. Is that the plaza? That's what we're seeing. And I believe it's further back, probably in line with this, about here. Bang, lock that in, lock that in. Hello from Taiwan. We've got people all around the world right now. Thank you for tuning in. Hope your day is going good. This one. Down here, probably just here or halfway, you reckon? Oh my god, the wind is picking up. I just heard that. My whole house shook then. It has been windy. Alright, half decent attempt, lads. Half decent attempt. Give me about a minute, and we will be right back. So, I'm going to hit the button. Where is it? Is the mic back? There we go. There we go. All right. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see. Is that Trevor's bathroom? Have you not seen that before, Robin? That is, yes, that is Trevor's bathroom right there. I don't even think you'd even call it that. That's just his shitter right there. But what's Tabitha White? Welcome in. I don't think I've seen that name before. Welcome. My PS5 about to blow up the second this game comes out. I know it's gonna be insane, but there are a lot of cool games coming out in before now and then. Let me know what you guys are going to be playing because there's a lot. We got that Forza Horizon 6. That's coming out soon. I don't know if you guys are into car games. Me personally, I try to get into car games. I just can't get into them. Every time I try and get into car games, I'll play it for a little bit, and then I just lose interest, man. I think it's because I miss my Banshee. I know I can get the Dodge Viper. That's cool. I don't like the Viper. I'll be honest. I don't really like the Viper that much. I just like the Banshee. But, I don't know. I'm really looking forward to GTA 6. That's a fair point. I want to get my list up of things that I am looking forward to. Where is my list? Games. Alright. There was that other car game as well, Screamer. That is coming out soon. I kind of want to get some visuals up on the screen so you guys can see it as well. Display says, I'm excited for Samson in a week or so. Dude, that's come up real quick. I'm going to pull that up right now. If you guys haven't seen Samson, it looks insane. Alright, let me search for this. Let's minimize that and boom, here we go. Okay, so Samson's official gameplay trailer 13 days ago. I feel like I've watched that, haven't I? I don't want to watch it on IGN. IGN get enough money. Let's go straight to these guys. Yeah, here we go. So Samson it's like a GTA game, right? But without guns and all that. I don't want to play the full thing. I don't want to get picked up. But look at that. The world itself looks really nice. Like the vibes. It gives like GTA 4 vibes. But it's like a brawler type of game. Let's play this. So I'm just hoping that the fighting does feel good. Because like fighting games, you know, it can be a bit iffy sometimes. The character looks cool. He does look sick. Hopefully we can change his outfit because, I don't know, he kind of looks a bit strange. But outfit still does look good. But then you've got the vehicular sounds weird. The vehicle combat, right? This is going to be a huge focus in the game, stuff like that. Could be good. But overall, just this game, the whole world of it looks insane. So I'm pretty keen for this one. Sav says, alright, gonna bounce, spend some time with the Mrs. Sav. See you tomorrow. See you later, Sav, and see you later, Blacktop. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your night. Thank you very much for tuning into the stream, and thank you for starting the Dono train. It was Sav that started it, right? Yeah, it was. Thank you again. Newman says, yo, what? They're making a new Screamer? Yes. Screamer game. Let's search this up. So here's the launch trailer. I watched this the other day. I'm pretty excited for this one. Like the different things in this, it's like the visuals, right? It looks like Cyberpunk. It's got some elements from like Need for Speed. What's that one? Is it Unbound? Is that what it's called? You'll see what I mean. Like, look at this. It's got some anime stuff in here. Now, I'm, again, not too big into racing games, but this just looks like fun. Like a nice arcade racing game. I don't really know how much I can play because I don't want to get, in trouble. But I think this game, I might give a chance. I might give a chance to it. Robin says, Bav doesn't like the Viper. That's my dream car right there, Brogan. You're breaking my heart. Like, I do like it, but I definitely just prefer the Banshee. I don't know how to explain it. I did make a video. Oh, it's probably hidden, isn't it? When I go onto my own YouTube channel, I'm pretty sure the video's hide, right? Because I made a video about games that I'm looking forward to. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it would be hidden now. But I made a video about all the games I was looking forward to. Screamer was on that list. Another game that I am looking forward to is, what's it called? Oh, it's a fighting game. I can't think of the name, but they are taking so long with development, and it's like they're only posting clips. It looks like the game's done. Maybe this is the problem. You know, Rockstar, they don't share anything, and it pisses people off. These guys, they share too much, and it's pissing me off. Because I'm like, dude, just release a game. Are you looking forward to the game called Replaced? Let's have a look at that. I've never heard of it. Replaced game. Let's click onto it. Let's see. It's interesting. I don't think this would be my type of game, to be honest. Like, it does look visually very nice, but I don't know. I've never really been too big into these sort of games. I don't even know how you would describe this kind of... The camera work is sick. That does look cool. Who knows? Maybe this could be a fun, like, couch sort of game. Yeah, the atmosphere on this looks really nice. I do like that. Where are we at? Display says it's like an old GTA and Mafia, but with sleeping dogs combat. Yeah, exactly. It does look super good. Racing Road says, do you think be more than one city in GTA 6 like San Andreas? Like for GTA 6, the map of Vice City and Orlando and Jacksonville, Florida in the game at some point. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think they're going to be that ambitious with it, to be honest. I feel like Vice City will be the main big city, and then the other ones that we got, like Ambrosia, that one, and Port Gellhorn, they're kind of going to be like the smaller town sort of places, I think. So I don't think they're going to do like multiple cities in there like San Andreas, because it would be a lot for them to do. But I don't know. I just know that for my GTA 7 dream wishlist place, I guess, would have to be like set in San Fierro, and then have a secondary location be Los Venturas, and then that's like fully locked into the map. Like maybe no planes or helicopters or anything like that, and you can only travel within the city limits and all that. I think that'd be really cool. And shout out to Mind's Eye for this, but the best thing to come out of Mind's Eye for me personally was the map. It looked really cool, and I'm like, damn, Rockstar really do need to return to this and make this place like 10 times better, because it would be super cool to see like a Rockstar game take place there again. You know, we had it in San Andreas, but I'd love for them to visit that again. Colt says the Halloween franchise is dead. Who said that just before? Someone said that just before Halloween. Fury says, I'm low-key hyped for the Halloween game because I'm a huge, big Michael fan. Halloween game. I feel like I've seen gameplay on that just recently, right? Halloween game. 11 hours ago. Yeah, this is probably what I was seeing then. Since I've never been too big into horrors because I'm a massive pussy, I've never played these, never watched any of the movies and stuff like that. Visually looks really nice. Official multiplayer overview. Is this a new game or like a DLC to an existing game? Because this does actually look pretty good. Another like horror game I did want to play is The Quarry. It looks kind of interesting, and it can be played multiple different ways. So the replayability on that would be pretty sick. Blood Rainer, welcome back. Hopefully Jim was doing good, man. Breaking some PBs. Do you think they'll give us Jason at his leanest in the beginning? Kind of like CJ in San Andreas was skinny and lanky, but then... That's a good point. I wonder the same thing. Because he definitely was not that jacked in like the early trailers, right? You know, he kind of looked lanky, and especially in like the leaks, he looks lanky. That's a good point, man. I wonder. I do wonder with that. Luke Duvan, welcome in, brother. Welcome in. Where is it? Wow, this has way more flavor in its marketing than OG Screamer. Yeah, I've never played the Screamer games. I thought it was like a new thing coming out because I'm just, again, not too big into racing games and all that. Jerry says it has Batman Arkham Fighting. That is another game I've wanted to play as well. Oh, man, so many games to play before GTA 6 comes out. Luke says, what's your opinion on Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resurgence? I'm very excited. Black Flag, let's pull up some Black Flag. AC Black Flag. Can I just get a trailer or something? Let's watch this. Black Flag for me, this game came out in 2013 with GTA 6 basically, GTA 5. So it's like we're doing this all over again. You know, we're getting GTA 6, a new GTA, and we're getting Black Flag again. It was a great game. I had so much fun with this. The story was great. The gameplay was great. I loved everything about it. I think this has probably got to be... Yeah, I think I'd say it is my favorite Assassin's Creed. People can disagree and be like, oh, no, this one was better, and that's fine. But just when I grade games and I rate them, it's not always about the game itself. It's kind of like with the feelings and the moments attached with that. Like with Assassin's Creed, that was at such a cool time in life, you know? I was having so much fun with games. Me and my friend were just so hyped for Assassin's Creed, you know? Two teenage boys in school just getting absolutely hyped over this shit, you know? I was one of those weird kids that would put a ruler inside of his hoodie sleeve to be a fucking hidden blade. What a loser. Who does that? Obviously me. But, oh man, Black Flag was just so much fun. I remember drawing Edward Kenway as well. Like, when the screenshots came out of him, I was so hyped. Can't show that one. But yeah, this game is just something, man. So I'm very excited. Hopefully it is remade, remastered, whatever they're doing with it in good faith. You know, I want it to be true to its original self. I don't want them to put in RPG elements like it's been reported, because that would just kill the game for me. You know, I don't fucking care about that. What I like in Assassin's Creed is the stealth, obviously. I like the Assassins versus Templars whole storyline and arc. Modern day, I kind of don't care too much about it anymore. Back in the day, yeah, of course I did. But after they done what they did with Desmond, I don't know, it just feels lifeless. But what was the other thing that I liked? With the combat, when you do get into combat, I want to feel like I am powerful, like a master assassin. Like he's gotten caught, now he's got to fight. In the newer games, you know, you've got to do like combinations, and not really, but like, you know, enemies have... They're like bullet sponges, but with swords, I guess. They take so much damage. You gotta master different moves and shit on them. Bless me, couldn't help that one. But with the older games, if you get into combat, it's like parry, stab, and people be like, "Oh, that's boring." I get it. I understand. I get it. To me, that shit was fun. Connor Kenway, that shit was good in Assassin's Creed 3. Connor Kenway, that's his name, right? But when you would get into combat with him, you pull out that tomahawk, and it's just, you could mow down literally everyone, and it felt so cool. And I didn't feel like it was boring or repetitive. I love that shit. Let me play some of this while we're waffling. Display says, Blind Fury says, Display, I missed the Friday the 13th game. I played it religiously. Didn't they shut that down? I think I remember hearing something about that. Okay, Newman says, I found out about something called Defect at a beer night on Tuesday. It looks bonkers, like Cyberpunk take on Siege. Speaking of Cyberpunk, actually, what was the game? No Law, I think it's called. Yeah, No Law. No Law is crazy. It's literally like they've done Cyberpunk again, but not by the same people. With this, from what I've heard at least, the main protagonist in this game, the dude in here, he is voiced by the same person that voices Male V in Cyberpunk, which is just crazy, because when you're looking at some of this stuff, it looks the exact same. Okay, Newman with the $1.99. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Hashtag justice for Desmond. Absolutely. I can't believe they've done that to my boy. I was convinced that they were going to bring him back, but I guess they didn't. I know they did, like, in the Animus stuff like that, but I don't know. Bring my boy back. But anyways, back to this game. If you, like, here we go. This is looking like Cyberpunk, right? Like, look at that. Cyberpunk vibes right here. And that's exactly what they're going for. 100%. But, I don't know. I am very, very excited for this game, man. Like, look at this. How can you tell the difference between the two games? Like, they look very identical. Regardless, I'm very hyped for this game, and I hope that it doesn't get cancelled. And this up in the top corner as well. Gang of Dragon, I'm very upset about this, because I'm pretty sure it's going to get cancelled. I was hearing reports that they needed, like, I can't remember the figure right now, like $40 million to continue production or something, but just look at it. Skip it in a bit. It's like the Yakuza games, right? And it's got this guy in here. I can't remember what he's in, but I've seen him so many times. I'm pretty sure he's in Death Stranding as well. Come on. I don't know. This is kind of all they've shown. Look at that. You got some gunplay. You got sword play as well, fighting. I don't know. I'm very excited for this. I hope that it doesn't get cancelled because it just looks like a lot of fun, man. I hope they don't cancel it. John Wick game as well. Oh, man, there's so many good games. So many good games. We have completely forgotten about GTA 6 right now. I apologize to anyone that's in here just for GTA 6 stuff. Jerry says, love me some Black Flag and the Ezio Saga. Ezio Saga was elite as well. I think... What was it? No, maybe I am just thinking about AC2. But just anything with Ezio, they were great. Let's scroll up. Look up Marcos Mantis. That car looks even closer to the Banshee. Marcos Mantis. Yeah, that does kind of look very similar to it, doesn't it? That does look pretty similar. Damn. That's kind of a cool car. The hood is a bit strange, but like the overall body shape, I kind of do like that. That's nice. Jerry says, excited for the new Lego Batman game, both me and MCT. I think Kid Colt would absolutely love to hear that. He loves the Lego games. Display says, I mean, it's like comparing the best Call of Duties. Call of Duty? Call of Duty. You can't really choose the best one at times. Yeah, I know. It's... Yeah, when I'm rating games and stuff, it's just kind of like what I felt. I wrote these down the other day. I think I actually deleted the notes, so I can't even bring them up. But games that just made me feel a certain way. Like, it's very particular, right? I've got Red Dead Redemption 2. That game, just phenomenal. That is definitely, yeah, my favorite story. But then I would also say GTA 5 / Online would be my favorite game of all time. And people be like, it's not even that good. GTA 4 was better. I'm like, that's cool. But the reason we're all in here right now, you know, doing live streams, getting hyped up for GTA 6 is because of our love for GTA 5 and online, right? You know, we've been with this game for over a decade, which is just impressive. And, you know, we've built connections. We've had moments, you know, it's done a lot. For me personally anyways, like... You know, as a kid, GTA 3 was my first GTA, you know, and I would spend my time not even playing the story. I didn't know how to do that. I didn't care about it. I just wanted to get the Banshee, and that's the origins of the Banshee. I just kept stealing the blue and white Banshee over and over. But, you know, to go from being that kid on a PS2 playing GTA 3 to fast forward to GTA 5, I got invited to go be in a live stream with Rockstar Games on 2 different occasions. And to be like, you know, recognized by them is just such a crazy, cool feeling as well. Which I would, I'd use that to form my opinion on GTA 5 as well, because that was part of the moments. It was part of like what made this game feel extra special to me. Start as a fan and then getting recognition from not exactly the people that made the game, like it's the community managers and all that. It's just still a very cool feeling, and the connections I've built, the relationships I've built. You know, I had a friend. If he's still in here, Razor, I don't know if he's still in here, but he visited from America, and dude, I met up with him. How crazy is that to think of? It's insane. So that's why I would say GTA 5 is my favorite game. Red Dead 2, I think, would take the cake for the story. Death Stranding 1 and 2, I loved them to bits. That was so good, so I'd put them up there with a really good story. Another random game is probably Destiny. Now, this is weird. But Destiny, not my cup of tea at the time, but I ended up getting into it with some of my friends, and we just took part in those raids, and they were so much fun. Good memories to be made there. Do I think the game's good? Probably not, but the memories that were attached to that is just something different, man. Luke says, I think consuming items in GTA 6 will be more beneficial and noticeable in Red Dead 2. I wonder if they will bring that in, like with the consumables. I know in GTA 5 they've got like the P's and Q's and all that, and that's cool. But Red Dead, I kind of got sick of it, to be honest. Like having to worry about making sure I'm fed, making sure I've got these tonics and whatnot. That was frustrating to me. So I kind of hope they don't do that. And then in the online, Red Dead Online, when they had the cards as well, I can't remember what they're called. Just, I don't know, the cards that you would get and they can give you special benefits or whatever. I never understood them, so I just refused to even try and learn. Fury says, sup Duka Duka. Duka Duka's in here. Welcome in, man. Display says, yeah, that's why they're making Halloween. It got copyrighted and this is their new game. Friday the 13th got... Dude, that's a date. I don't give a shit if anyone's... Dude, that's crazy. It's a date. You know? I understand people use it in like... I get it in a copyright point of view, but fuck me, that's so stupid. The Great Equalizer, welcome in, welcome in. But the OG writers are dead and gone, so imagine terrible writing and virtual signaling at Rockstar Games is so afraid of offending people, they have to delay the game to remove the stuff that offends people. I don't think they're going to remove stuff that offends people, but I do understand your point. With some things in GTA 5, I don't agree with, right? I don't think... Here, this is what we'll do. GTA 6, I don't think is going to intentionally like try to appease certain groups or anything, because it's meant to be a satirical take on every group of people. But in GTA 5, and this is why a lot of people are concerned, and I hear them and I agree with them about the removal of certain things. We'll start with the flag. The Confederate flag was removed from GTA 5, GTA Online, because it was like offensive or whatever, and that wasn't Rockstar's doing. That was the storefronts, like PlayStation and Xbox, I think, or one or the other. They had to remove it to be able to keep that game on that store, which is, you know, not their thing. It was an external party that made them do that change. The other thing that I guess did come from Rockstar is the cross-dresses that you can find outside of the Cockatoos nightclub. They were removed from the game because people would target that group of people and, you know, repeatedly kill them, post videos and, you know, incite violence against them, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't in that group. I didn't understand it. I didn't see it. But whatever. That was the reason. Heaps of videos were posted about that, and it was just like attacking that group of people. I don't think Rockstar should have removed them from the game. Because one, my front bumper doesn't discriminate. I don't give a fuck. I'm running everyone over in that game. But yeah, I don't think they needed to remove people. Like what? If people in that game started attacking another group of people, would they remove that? And then another group and another group. And then eventually, what's left? You know? Then that would be racist. Because they're taking out every group of people, you know? It's like if they started attacking, you know, black people. Like, oh, well, we're just going to remove black people from the game. Then it's just white people. Bang, cancelled for removing black people. I think it being a satirical take on the world, every group of people should be in there because it's meant to reflect modern society. And within modern society, you've got a lot of these people. And it's not about inclusion. It's about accurately making a satirical take on the world, I guess. So those groups of people need to be in the game. If people want to go out and attack them, that should be their free thing to do. Like, people should have the freedom to be able to play the game however they want. If that includes doing that, then so be it. I don't think people should be punished for that. I don't think groups of people should be removed, like especially NPC models, man. But I could just see it right now. Imagine if they implemented things like, you've ran over 14 of these people, you're getting banned. Imagine that. I don't know. I just think keep everyone in the game. Let the players do what they want. If that same thing happens that it did with GTA 5, where people are attacking a group of people, then Rockstar shouldn't be the ones that are punished for it and have the negativity surrounding them. It should go towards the individual that made it. I don't know. What do you guys think on that? I know a lot of people bring that up about my Lucia video that I made, because I said GTA 6 is not going to be worked. They've poured too much money into it to do that. They've proven us, they've never proven us wrong in the past with, you know, their past games and all that. And people were like, oh yeah, but they removed these people from the game. And I'm like, okay, I get that. I don't agree. I don't think they should have removed it, but still, I don't think they're going to make GTA 6 work. People are going to complain because there's going to be gay people in there. Like, there was a screenshot of when Jason and Dre are looking at the phone and in the background there's a gay couple. People would be like, oh, GTA 6 is gay. No. it is a take on the modern world, and there are gay people in the modern world. If you want to run them over, go for it. No one's going to stop you. Jerry says, gotta go. I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great stream. Take care, brother. Take care, Jerry. I've accidentally scrolled all the way to the bottom, so luckily I've seen this. Hopefully no one else, I've missed out on anyone else. Let's scroll up. Newman says, that looks marginally cleaner than Night City. I know. Night City, that game, man, that was an experience. That was my third attempt at trying Cyberpunk, and I finally got into it, and I felt so immersed to the point where when I'm walking through the food markets, I felt like I could smell the smells that were coming from there, you know? Cyberpunk, definitely one of my favorite games as well. It's just, it put me right in the world, and I don't know, after it, I felt post-game depression, man. Like, I felt so lost without it, but man, that was a good game. Newman says, Gang of Dragons looked hype, but also a previs cinematic. Hope it lives. I hope it lives too. I hope we get to see it come out. Luke Duvan says, I think Arthur beats Jason in a fight. Okay. All he'd have to do is like spit on him, and then in a few months' time, Jason would have TB. He's gone too. Display says, all these good games though, and no one is releasing a game past September. They know who is daddy. Racing Road says, I guess I'm the only person that wants plastic surgery in GTA 6 Online as a character edit. Look, no, I agree with that. I think plastic surgery would be a good way to put it into the lore of the world, you know? If you want to change your appearance, you go to the plastic surgeon and you change your appearance. I think that'd be a cool idea. 100%. Newman says, best Call of Duty? Easily Black Ops 1. Stole gun game from the CS community. I had Ice Cube, Gary Oldman, and Playable Zork, no contest. When I got into Call of Duty, my first ever COD was, like, I had, the older CODs. I had Black Ops and all that, but my first COD that I properly got into was Ghosts. And that came out, did that come out in 2013 as well? Can't quite remember, but that was my first COD game that I actually got into with multiplayer. Like, previously it was all like online, story mode. So I loved Ghost. I thought it was great, and I went back years later and realized how bad my sensitivity was back then. I got in, upped everything, and then I went beast mode. It was so good. But that was a really fun COD because it was my first COD. I didn't have anything to really compare it to. So everyone's like, this new COD's shit. And I'm like, dude, I don't understand what you're talking about. This is fun to me. But then another good COD would be Black Ops 3, I would say. Because again, I missed out Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. So Black Ops 3 was a lot of fun for me as well. I just remember playing that with my friends and all that. That was a super good game. Advanced Warfare, I enjoyed that because it felt different as well. With the movement, I got really good at that. The zombies mode on that was quite fun, not gonna lie. The Modern Warfare reboot, that was really good as well. But yeah, I don't know. Let's go down to the next one. T Burton says, I'm concerned about the John Wick game. How do you have all the badass fight sequences without just being a bunch of quick time events or cutscenes? Yeah, I guess, but I think it's going to play a little bit like, what's the game called? Sifu. I'm going to pull up Sifu right now. If you guys have a look at, no, you know what? This would be better to look at. This dude's video. I'm pretty sure, no, maybe I'm thinking of a different one because it doesn't look like I've watched it. No, this one. Sifu as intended for 45 seconds. This is like a fighting game, right? Shout out screenwriter Dave. Please don't flag me for this. I'm going to skip in a little bit. But just look at the fighting on this. This is how I kind of imagine the John Wick game to be. It's a little bit older. John Wick, I'm sure, is going to be a much more polished game than this. But this just looks like a lot of fun, man. Another good game that's kind of on the vibes of Black Woods, I think. Gameplay. Okay. Blackwoods. The dude in it kind of looks like the Batman with Robert Pattinson. But gameplay, it looks pretty good. It's like an indie game that kind of feels like a little bit of GTA, feels like a bit of Hitman, bit of Max Payne in here as well. And you'll see what I mean. So here we go. And then watch this dive. That's Max Payne right there with the dive. But, you know, these smaller games made by indie developers, I would, you know, never look at back in the day. But I don't know. I'm really enjoying indie games. And this just looks like a lot of fun. Like, look at that. How cool is that move? Boom, boom. Flip it over. Bang. Good night. So this is another game I'm kind of looking forward to. It's called Blackwood if you guys want to check it out or anything like that. The facial models do look kind of strange and, you know, somewhat cheap to be honest. But, like, if you look in here. Look at his face, man. It does look kind of strange, but I'll see if I can find another. Yeah, here we go. This is where it looks really weird. Like, look at these facial models. She looks strange, right? She looks like a mod that you would download that has massive knockers on her. So, I don't know. That's fine. The gameplay itself looks really cool to me. Let me know what you guys think about that. Plastic surgery sounds dope, says Newman. Destiny 2 is the only game I have on my Xbox because it's free. I never went back for Destiny 2. I think it was more so because it was the relationships I built on there. And, I don't know, it had been so long since I played with my friend that, you know, we'd done Destiny on, so. No way Bav likes Destiny. I did enjoy Destiny. I did enjoy it. It was fun with friends. Would I go back to it? Probably not. Would I play the second one? Probably not. But yeah, I think it's more so about the memories that I made on that. Bro doesn't understand Red Dead Online. That's why you like Flaming Hot. Fuck you. Red Dead Online was okay. They just ran out of things to do, you know? Like, they stopped supporting it. So, how can I stay interested? Jerry says, gotta go. I did read that, right? Jerry? I can't remember. Jerry, take care, brother. Thanks for tuning in. Let's scroll. Where am I? Every time I scroll, it like snaps down to the bottom. Rockstar North team removed the cross-dressers mainly because of the quotes our protagonist said to them, according to Rockstar. Those lines were unnecessarily crude and edgy. So why didn't they just remove the lines? From what I've heard, it was the videos that people were making about it. I've never heard the lines they said either. That'd be interesting to see. Also, then why didn't they remove Trevor's dress that he can wear? He's a cross-dresser then. GTA 6 co-op and multiplayer. D'Angelo Parker, welcome in. Cyberpunk food looks I know, it looks horrible. But I don't know. There's something about it, like being in those food markets where you feel like you can smell street food. You know that smell? It's so good. But no, I do agree. The food doesn't really look that great. Yeah, 2013. Okay, so I was right. 2013 was a great year for games. T-Bert says, I'd like to have an account/assets and be able to change the character as you play. You play as whenever you want, so you could set up multiple characters for role-playing. That'd be interesting. Do Australians still say rack off? Yeah, they do, but it's more so like the Australians that are trying to be funny with it, you know? Like, just swear. Just say the words you want to say, you know? But I've heard people say it, and it's more like a cringe thing when you hear it. I remember being in school as well, this chick, she would say, bite me. I'm like, that's fucking weird. You're a strange person, you are, is what I'll say. But one day I fucking bit her. 100%. It was like a catchphrase. Bite me. And I'm like, oh my God. You do realize how stupid you sound. So I bit her one day. Not hard, like, obviously. It was just like a little, It's so funny. But no, I'd done it. And she was like, what the fuck? Well, you said bite me. Like, it wasn't ever taken, like, in a bad way because we're friends, but... Well, I say friends, but we were civil. I didn't really like her. Would I hang out with her again? Definitely not. Advanced Warfare was my first real COD. I don't know why that game got so much hate. I love the exoskeletons in that game. It was fun. I just think people will see it poorly because of, like, all the jetpack stuff and the movement. They just want boots on ground, and then they started doing boots on ground. Everyone's like, this is the same thing. Can't please COD fans, but the way COD is going, I will be honest, with the new Black Ops. Fuck, what number are we up to? Black Ops 7? Black Ops 6? 7? Oh, I've done it. No, I haven't. Fuck. I didn't mean to say those two numbers. I apologize, kids. But no, like the skins that they put into the games, Nicki Minaj, get that the fuck out of the game, you know? So annoying. Black Ops 3 was underrated as, yes, sir. Ghost was 2013. Huge cross-gen release. Really? Last thing Neversoft worked on before shutting. Every time I scroll, I lose my point. I must be the only person that wants COD Ghost 2. Yeah, I want COD Ghost 2. I do, because they left they left that on a cliffhanger. There we go. How can I not speak? This is what happens when I stream for too long. I couldn't tell you what the story's about on probably any COD. I don't remember them. I play them on veteran difficulty to get the achievement, which I don't know why, because it ruins the entire experience because I'm so bad at the games. But yeah. John Wick versus Agent 47. Who wins? I'm going to say John Wick, mainly because I have not exposed myself to enough Agent 47 content. You know, I've purchased the Hitman games, and I do intend on playing them. I just need to find the right time for it. I just haven't started a new game because I thought that I was going to get Crimson Desert, but there's too many mixed reviews with that. I don't know if it's going to be any good, you know? Some people say it's like the best thing ever. Some people say it's just, you know, abysmal dog shit. So, what do you guys think about it? Anything, welcome in. I've seen that name before. I remember you. I still cry during Arthur's last ride back to camp. It's so sad, isn't it? The music is just beautiful. I'm going to fucking play Red Dead 2. I'm going to do it. I'm going to replay it. Basically, Arkham with guns. I'm going to have to hop off here. Oi, T. Burton, thank you very much for hanging out, man. You take care. Thank you very much for being in here. I appreciate you. Bad plastic surgery. You've been cloned. 47 works in the shadows, but John Wick is a beast in a straight fight. Do Australians... No, I didn't. I did answer that. Took me way too long. Cyberpunk to realize there are bags of trash everywhere. It took me way too long in Cyberpunk to realize there are bags of trash everywhere. Yeah, it's pretty how you going. Dude, the details in that game are really good. I think they've built a really immersive world with that one. Do you still find the infamous two fingers sign offensive? What's the two fingers sign? Like the peace sign? Is that what you're talking about? Like two fingers up? Because some people do find that offensive. No. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking about the OK symbol. You know? With your index finger, the pointer finger, and your thumb, you know? Doing the OK symbol. People find that offensive. Like, I'm fairly certain it was in the footy. There's this thing. I don't know if you guys do it where you are. If you do the OK symbol and you put it below your waist, and if someone looks at that, you get to punch him. Like, it's the ball gazer. That's what it's called. You know, you've caught someone looking at your balls. So you get to punch him. And I'm fairly certain they'd done that in the footy down here, and people would get in trouble because apparently that's the white power symbol. Dude, it doesn't fucking mean that, you know? And it hasn't mean that for a long time. It's either OK or it's the ball gazer. Bite me doesn't offend me at all. It kind of arouses me, actually. Oh, okay, Cole. I've heard bite me in America. It's just so weird. The things the Australian government get offended by, man, it's insane. John Wick versus Jason Bourne. The Bourne movies. I'll be honest with you guys. I haven't watched all of them. There was only one that I did, and it was whatever one had, what's the dude's name? Hawkeye in there. That one, it had him in there. That was the only one I had ever watched. I didn't know there were other ones. I thought that was good. I thought it was great. You know, I was just a kid when that came out. I wanted his jacket. I thought it looked cool. But, yeah, I'd love to actually watch the proper Bourne movies. So much stuff. See, this is what I mean. Like, we've got so much shit to catch up on before we get into GTA 6. Luke says, how advanced do the cops in GTA 6 have to be for you to be pleased? Honestly, anything better than GTA 5. I want them to be methodical with what they're doing, right? If you're in a car, you're driving. I want them to, like, actually try and, like, flank me and stuff like that. Or, like, in a regular gunfight, you're in the middle of wherever. You're in a gunfight with police. Cops will try and flank you, go around you and stuff like that. And they're just, like, methodical with, like, what they're doing. Instead of what they are in GTA. And in GTA, they know where you are at all times. Like, Sab talks about this all the time. If you were to go hide in an alleyway, like, you're driving down a street, you see a roadblock coming up, but they don't see you just yet. You pull into an alleyway or something. The cops will drive past the alleyway and they're like, maybe I should go back and check that one alleyway. You know, there's a chance. And they do. They come back. They look in there. Oh, look at that. Here he is. It's annoying. Or when you're out in the middle of nowhere, you shoot a gun, cops are on you. I'm like, who has called the police on me? Who? So I'd like it to be a little bit similar to to Red Dead 2 with like the dispatch system. Like, you know, if you're in the middle of nowhere and someone's seen you, right? You've just, you know, beaten the shit out of someone. Someone witnesses it, and then you get alerted, like, oh, a witness is going to go tell the police. There should be a thing in GTA, like a witness pulls out their phone, they're about to start calling, and you have like, I don't know, 10 seconds to quickly, you know, finish them off, or the cops are going to be alerted, or you can even hear their conversations like, hi, there's like, this has just happened, and then you hear like, oh, what's your location? And then you've got up until then to finish him, or the cops get called, you know? So I think that's what they should do for stuff like that. I remember a games journo once saying that they would have a time to neon K-pop timer for cosmetics in shooters that are branded as military tactical. Wait, what? Saying that they would have time to neon K-pop timer for cosmetics in shooters that are branded as military. I don't know what you mean, to be honest, Newman. I'm not too sure I understand that one. I'm sorry. D'Angelo says GTA 6, a bigger casino. That would be cool. That would be cool. Are there any cool... Okay, I don't know why I'm saying there's definitely. What are some cool not nightclubs, casinos in Vice City? There's got to be some cool ones, right, that are going to be in this game. Robin says, John's going to say, Jesus Christ is Jason Bourne, and then cap him. What? Gavin, welcome in. We've found Gavin. Bro, I'm so hyped for GTA 6, bro. I can't even explain it. Dude, the hype, it's starting to come back, right? It's been a quiet period, but I feel like the hype is finally starting to come back. Luke says, you need to watch The Bourne, Identify, and Supremacy at least. I'll go through them. How many movies in the Bourne franchise are there? Let's search up Jason Bourne movies. In order, let's do that. Bourne Identity, Supremacy, Ultimatum, Legacy, Jason Bourne. What did I watch? The Bourne Legacy is what I would have watched then. I didn't even know they came out with another one a couple years later. Alright, let's see this. It's so hard to get Bogan Babe to watch movies that are old. I'm loving old movies, old TV shows, because they're so much slower than today. You know, like everything needs to be punchy. It needs to be good for a TikTok short. Whereas you go back to old movies, they just, I don't know, they slow you down and it feels good. I can watch the Bourne stuff on Disney. Perfect. Robin says, hey, yo, pause. 10 seconds to do what? Okay. Okay. You got me. All right. All right. I know what I said. I was hoping you didn't have a dirty mind, all right? The hype is almost here again. It's coming. These next few months are going to be insane. So I need to get my videos out. I've got a script that I need to do a little bit more revision on. I want to just make sure I've got everything right and it flows well. And then I'm going to record that. I did want to get it done before this month ended because I like to do 2 videos a month. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 days to do that. Fuck. I just don't think I can get that done personally. But once I get that video out, I think it's time to lock in because we're going hard with it. Older is better. Fury loves the Cougars, don't you? Grid, welcome in, man. GTA 6 Trailer 3, April 16th. Good prediction, good prediction. Why that exact date? Plus, that's a Thursday, man. What are you talking about? Coleman, welcome in. When do you think we will get the 3rd trailer? My personal predictions, I'm still going with it. May 26th. I think they're going to drop it on the day that GTA 6 was meant to come out. That's just what I think. I got nothing to really back me up with that. Luke says, I would gladly watch it on Discord if you streamed it. That's a good idea. Doing a little movie night. The thing with that, though, is I have to, in my settings on Chrome, Google Chrome, I had to change a setting so that you can actually see my screen when I'm streaming like videos. Because otherwise it just comes out as a black screen. It's so annoying. But when I do that, what is it? I think the setting's like hardware acceleration or something like that. It makes the red colors look very pixelated and it's super annoying. I don't know. But yeah, that would be fun. Doing like little movie nights in the Discord. Another good reason for me to plug in the Discord. If you guys want to join, feel free to join. Maybe we can do some movie nights. The footy is actually going to be on tonight. The AFL football, if anyone is interested in that, look, I get it. A lot of people probably won't be. But Nah, you know, I'll probably end up watching that on the couch. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Every time I stream the footy in there, no one joins. I've had Blood Rainer join a few times, which is really nice. We get to hang out with round 1 when that came back, or round 0, opening round, because that's what they're calling it now. It's so annoying. He was in there, he was streaming it, and I really wanted to join, but I had my friend over, and we'll drink and we're watching the game, so I felt bad I had to miss out. Fury says, hey, another April baby. April 24th is my birthday. There you go. Grid says, I have no evidence. Fair enough, fair enough. That's all we can do right now is just throw out predictions. Surely one of them will land. Midnight Vice says, there's overwhelming evidence that trailer 3 will come late April, early May. Okay. What's the evidence? Because it's not evidence. These are rumors and speculation. Fury says, Grid, it will be better because it's my birthday. There you go. Bro, my in-laws say they can't watch a movie without an explosion in the first 10 minutes or they get bored. Yeah, fair enough. You know, some people just love that action stuff. I get it. I actually watched a movie the other night. I'm sure a lot of you guys have surely watched it. A Good Will Hunting. I watched that for the first time 2 days ago. And I don't know what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be like one of the greatest movies of all time because people say it is. That was underwhelming as shit, man. It was... I don't know. Grid. Oh, we got a Fremantle supporter. Fremantle winning this season. I don't know about that. Do they ever play well? This is hilarious. Grid, true. An Australian. He watches the footy. Grid, what part of Australia are you in? Like, if you're watching the footy and you say Fremantle, maybe you're on the west... But since you're into the AFL, you know, based on your message, I'm assuming you're not in Queensland or New South Wales because they don't care about AFL. Let's go. Where's my next one? Coleman says, if you could create a mission, what would it be? I don't know. I remember there was a time, you know, back in the day before we had the actual heists, we tried to set up, like me and my crew, we would try to set up our own little missions. One of them was us just going to the bank, pretending to steal shit, getting a van, and then going on like this huge chase. We'd call up our Pegasus vehicles, and we'd like put them in different locations around the map. So one person would put a helicopter here, another person would put a boat here, or a whatever, you know, place them around the map. And then we would just try to get max wanted level and just run around from the cops and pretend we're playing heists. That's what we used to do back in the day. It was so much fun. Another thing that me and my friends done was, what did we call it? Project Bigfoot, I think it was called. And we would start by getting into like a plane and fly up really high and then skydive down into Fort Zancudo, go in there, you know, cause some mayhem in there. I don't even know what the real goal was, but it was just diving into Fort Zancudo at night time. It was so much fun. Dark Mayhem has dropped a 2. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that. Where is... Oh, my YouTube's frozen. Hold on. I need to refresh YouTube. There we go. Jason is a cop. Let's go. Is that what you're going to say? Welcome in, brother. It is good to have you in here. Is this the first time you've joined one of my streams? I can't remember. Regardless, it is good to have you in here. I'm a tater. Bav is live. That's new. Hey, I go live every week, alright? I go live every single week on Friday for you guys at about 8:30. Oh, not 8:30. 8. It's changed now because of daylight savings, but the end of the week, I always go live. This week and the past 2 weeks have just been a bit difficult because I'm busy in real life, so I've had to do it on... no, Fridays for you. This is the thing with time zones. It cooks my brain every time. I normally stream on a Friday for me, which is Thursday night for a lot of you guys watching. But I've had to do Saturday for me, which is Friday for a lot of you guys. Now, today, we're back to normal. And this is the time that we're going to be streaming moving forward. If you guys want, join the Discord. I talk about it all the time. You know, we're building up a community on there. I'm going to plug it in, but I'm going to post a little announcement on there so you guys can start to get familiar with my times that I'm actually posting and all that. Robert says, Dark Mayhem, you're looking for Sav. Sav has left, alright? Oh, Sav's back! Sav's back! Who just said Jason is a cop? Oh my goodness. He has been summoned. He hears one thing and he's like, what did he say? Sav's just bolted up. He's got onto the PC and that's what he said. I don't even know if he's on the PC. It could be on a phone, but that is hilarious. He thought he was safe. He thought he was safe. He's in trouble now. Grid is in Perth. Damn, man. There's nothing out there, all right? There's nothing out that way. I feel bad for you. I do feel bad. I don't think I'd ever willingly want to go out that way. But no, that's fair enough. I think you're probably the first Australian that I actually know that lives in Perth. There you go. So we've got Blood Rainer. He's up in Queensland. TGG, he's up in Queensland too. I think that's it. I think that's it. Midnight Vice says Rockstar has released trailers and game around late April, early May area. MCT recent video covers it pretty well, but that is not evidence. That would be a rumor and speculation. So it's about the wording, you know. I got you. Robin says specifically June 1st is my birthday. God, there's so many birthdays coming up. How am I going to remember this, guys? I'm going to feel so bad when your birthday comes and goes and I didn't say anything. There are so many birthdays. Not just like in here, like in the community, like even in real life. I've got too many to keep track of. Robin says I'm predicting June. Yeah, okay. There's the original message. June 1st. Look, I hope someone in here at least gets it on their birthday. That'd be such a cool thing. Colt says, what is wrong with you? Good Will Hunting is an amazing movie. There we go. See, that's what I mean. I thought it was going to be an amazing movie, and I don't know. It didn't move me. I thought it was going to move me. I wanted a movie that was going to make me tear up, and it didn't. If you guys got any movie suggestions that are going to just rip my heart out, throw it on the ground, stomp on it a few times, that'd be great. You know, I like those sort of movies. Or if you got movies that are like suggestions for things that are happening in like Vice City, you know, Miami and all that. Bad Boys, great movie. Bad Monkey. Now, this is like, you know, not a lot of people's cup of tea, but I loved Bad Monkey. I just thought the vibes were great. The intro song, so cool. It just felt like, you know, Vice City vibes and all that. It was so good. And the other one, The Roadhouse, the new one, I really liked that. I enjoyed that. Newman says, wow, now I need to see if Good Will Hunting holds up in 2026. I don't know, man. You know, I enjoy older films and all that. I don't know. I couldn't get into Good Will Hunting. I want to do a Lucia Kill Bill mission. Kill Bill's another one that I got to watch. Fury says, what's a good Aussie show or movie I can watch? I've only watched a crap. Okay, I got one. If anyone wants a good piece of actual Australian, you know, entertainment, search up The Big Les Show. It is perfect. Right? Don't go searching up, you know, what's that other one? Anyone But You. That's got Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney in it. It's a little love movie for them, and it's set in Australia. And there are Australian characters in there. I don't know if they're actually Australian or not, but it is so forced, so put on, and exaggerated. I hated it. Grid tipped a $2.99. My man, thank you very much. Where's your thing? Jason is a cop. I can confirm. Oh, Sav's gonna be pissed. Sav is gonna be pissed. But yeah, don't watch Anyone But You if you want Australian stuff, right? If you want real, authentic Australian stuff, don't even watch that movie called Australia with Hugh Jackman in it. You know, that's not how it is. Watch The Big Les Show. It is peak. It is so funny and it is so accurate to how Australia really is. Where am I at? I've missed it. Hang on. Sav woke up from his slumber, booted up his PC, and called him out. He sensed that someone implied that Jason was a cop. No, there was actually a theory that I seen. I kind of want to pull it up. I sent it to Sav, so hopefully it's not too far to scroll up. Come on. Scrolling. Oh man, where is it? I feel like I sent it directly to him. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I'm still scrolling for it. Come on. Come on. There was a theory that I seen about like Jason being a cop and all that, but not actually a cop. I'm just gonna have to search it. Let's search in Sav and write cop. Is it this? It's not that. Okay, I don't know where I sent it then. Did I send it in media then maybe? Okay, I don't want to spend too much time trying to look for this thing. But there was a theory that someone had about Jason being not a cop but wanting to be a cop. Sort of thing. Oh, I found it. I found it. Perfect. Let's bring the stream back up. Dark Mayhem has dropped another 2. What's he said this time? Update, I'm not motherless now. Lucia is my new mum. Lucia is mummy. Alright, let's read out this little theory for you guys. This comes from GTA 6 Countdown. This guy posts absolute shit a lot of the time, but hopefully that's readable for you guys. I know everything kind of looks really small because I put it in that small window, but hopefully it's not that annoying. But let's read it out. This guy says, actually, let's have a sip of my drink. I don't know if you guys heard my stomach then. I am hungry. Okay. Theory is, came across this interesting theory about Jason in GTA 6. Based on Christian Bale's character from Harsh Times as a former army ranger named Jim Davis, which are the same initials as Jason Duval. Very interesting. His ex-girlfriend is a Latina named Letty. And then in brackets, we got Lucia, Al names. He has an Army Ranger tattoo on his arm, which Jason has a tattoo of in the GTA equivalent of the Rangers on his arm. He is a criminal who was rejected by the police department, so he tried to be a police officer, but is in the process of being hired by shady feds to lead tactical units in South America. It's heavily implied in the movie that he grew up around crooks, much like Jason. The movie's intro fits GTA 6 perfectly, which is a nightmare of one of his raids in Afghanistan that goes from stealth to full-on assault before showing him waking up. That would be insane. I don't think they've really done an actual flashback before, because GTA 5 wasn't really a flashback, it was just when it started, right? Well, it did say 9 years ago. A fully fledged military combat mission tutorial that shows off the combat/stealth mechanics to then having Jason wake up to some crazy GTA radio or ridiculous Florida Keys character banging on his door would be amazing. And here's a comparison between the characters. The resemblance is uncanny. Obviously not the actual facial structure, but like, I can see it. I've never watched this movie, so I've saved it because I'm definitely going to go back and watch that. But what do you guys think about that? I'm going to read some more. Grid says, although Perth is the deadliest city in Australia. Bullshit. Isn't it Alice Springs that's the deadliest? I feel like that's just an outright war zone all the time. Crocodile Dundee is the only Aussie movie I know. You know what? I don't even think I've watched that. Newman says, I googled Big Les Australian and now my wife has banned me from Google. Send help. No, trust. Big Les Show is really good. That's the whole title. The Big Les Show. Very good. Very good. Maybe I'll pull up the Big Les Show in the back. Big Les Show. If you go onto their YouTube channel, which is where you'll find all their stuff, by the way, they've got a few like little spin-off things as well. We've got the Donnie and Clarence Show, which seems to be one of their newer ones. Sassy the Sasquatch, great character. That's why I always have Bigfoot in some of my videos as well, because I'm referencing Sassy here. Mike Nolan's Long Weekend. Mike Nolan stuff is great. The Big Les Saga and the Mike Nolan Show. The Mike Nolan Show is hilarious. Episode 2, funniest thing you'll ever watch. Let's put it on for a second. All right, we're not doing too much. Pause. Let's put it in theater mode so you get more screen. Let's go here. Now, I think desktop audio is muted. Let's unmute.
Jargon. Fuck. We're letting you know that everything is being recorded now for training purposes and for you and I's safety.
Yeah, whatever, cunt.
Alright, mate, can we just roll the window down?
I can hear you just fine, officer.
Alright, mate, no need to be rude. Now, can I see your licence?
Oh no, fuck.
Being asked by a police officer.
Fuck off, cunt. State law clearly says I have 24 hours to produce a licence.
It's so good. You guys got to watch that. If you actually want to see like some Australian stuff, that's what you got to go watch. Coleman says, I personally think in trailer 3, I think they should include a showing of the extent of how you can make Jason and Lucia look when it comes to eating food and going to the gym. That'd be really cool if they were to do that. I feel like it's something that they might not do, like show their different physiques and all that, because in a way, them and their appearance is kind of their brand at the moment. Whereas if they were to do, a super overweight Jason, it would feel kind of different because, it's not Jason in a way, if you get me, if you understand what that kind of means. Because I feel like, I don't know. It just feels weird if they were to do that. But again, I would love to see that. I just don't think they would. Let's scroll down. Mad Max was technically an Australian film, right? Technically, yes. I didn't even know that. I remember back in the day watching a Mad Max movie. I thought it was a horror because when I watched it, I was super young. And I wasn't allowed to watch it. It came on and we're watching, and then I guess a violent scene came on. Mum's like, nah, you're not watching that. And I'm like, fuck, all right. So I never got back into it. Sav says, you should do call-ins, Bav. That is a really good idea. Unfortunately, I just don't think I'm good enough to do that. I don't know. I have wanted to do it before. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't be as entertaining with it. I gotta do it sometime. Call-ins would be sick. Sav just wanted to say I was genuinely laughing when I saw your upcoming stream thumbnail. Has he posted one upcoming? Where is it? Click this. Scroll. Where's Sav? I wish you could like bookmark certain subscriptions so you could put it in certain places. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that one. Dude, is that the same game I'm thinking of, or is it a different one? No, different. Me and Sav have a game that we're gonna be playing together again next week, so stay tuned for that. When Sav's ready, we will post about it. The thumbnail for it is pretty nice. I do like it. Let me fix my positioning here. Dark Mayhem says, use code BAV, go and support Sav and join his website. Note, I ain't paid. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Go over and support Sav with his website. Is it posted in his server? I think. Where is it? Announcements? Yes, sir, it is. You know what? Let me grab this. Copy text. If anyone wants to go and check out Sav's really cool website, here it is. I'm fairly certain everyone that is in here is very much... Oh, I've copied the entire message, not just the link. Let me... Copy link. There we go. And back to YouTube. Let me delete that previous one. And we'll paste in the good one. There we go. If anyone wants to go check out Sav's website, it is really cool. I'll open it up right now, actually. Redemption. Hi, Bav. Bye, Bav. See you later, Redemption. Thanks for coming by. Thank you. ZP Key says, have you been to Mount Druitt? No, I don't think I have. I don't think I have. I don't even know where that is. I've been to Falls Creek. Maybe that's like the highest elevation I've ever been on. That was pretty good. Okay, Newman says, once again, Jim Davis wrote Garfield. I cannot entertain how that was overlooked. Jim Davis. Is that the guy that I was just talking about? Jim Davis? Wait. Based on Christian Bale's character from Harsh Times as a former Army Ranger named Jim Davis. And then the person that made Garfield is also called Jim Davis. That's hilarious. Fury says, I have a thing for making silly theories. So here's one. What if Jason has a secret twin brother that is a cop? That's... That's a reach. Vice says, Cole, I would love that. I'm so interested to see how we can change Jason and Lucia's body. It's going to be cool. I hope that we do get to put on muscle, put on weight, put on fat and all that. Just like San Andreas. I think it'd be cool. Newman says, we'll peep the Big Les show. Appreciate the tip. No worries. It is very raw and authentic. So if you don't like a lot of cuss words, maybe don't. Who doesn't love a girthy... Okay, if you're saying that, you're definitely going to love Big Les Show. Luke Duvan says, have you seen The Pursuit of Happiness? Love that movie, actually. That's another movie I can add to my list. Just before the stream started, I was talking to the guys in the Movies and TV Show channel, and I said that there's like 4 or 5 movies that have ever made me feel like emotional or like a type of way. Pursuit of Happiness, that was another good one as well. Fury says Sab's website is awesome. It is. It's really cool what he's made. It's just like a centralized location. It's got all the good news and stuff on there. Here it is in the background. Oh, he has put in the notification. Damn, that was quick. These guys are making updates left, right, and center. I seen someone put a suggestion in for notifications, and boom, here we go. What do we got? We got the homepage on here. You've got the community copium index, and it's about halfway. You know, it's picking up. It's picking up, and you can select your excitement, your hype meter here. Very cool. It's got a list of like achievement, mission sort of things that you can do. Very cool layout. It's kind of cut off on the screen, so you guys can't really see it. But if you do want to check it out, I have commented the link. Go and check it out, man. It's sick. Forums, they're looking really good. Look at that. So many people already in the forums. I love that. Redemption says, oh, and before I go, how much... Oh, my... You know, I'm not even saying that, Redemption. Thanks for stopping by, though, brother. I'm going to butcher that so hard. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we have been going for 2 hours and 15 minutes, basically. What a very long stream, but it has been a very good stream. We've still got 38 people in here, so I feel kind of guilty. I kind of want to keep going. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to go for like a minute break so that I can go get something to drink. Maybe something to quickly nibble on because I am hungry. But when I come back, we will decide if we keep going or not, because it's doing good. I feel like we could push it to 3 hours, but that is totally dependent on you guys. I will be right back, though. All right. We are back. We are back. Thank you guys for still hanging out. We've still got 33 people in here. Not a bad drop-off. Not a bad drop-off. Let's scroll up. Sav's dropped his banana. Cheeky banana. Luke says it's 1:45. I'm hungry too. Dude, it's definitely time to get some food, right? I don't even know what I'm going to eat today. I should take the car out. In Australia, I don't know about anywhere else, but we do like this thing where you can refund your cans, like your canned drinks and bottled drinks and all that. And I'm like, you know what? That's free money I'm throwing away. And I know people in like the neighborhood, they go around and they check in your bins to see if you're throwing around away cans. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not giving those people money. I'm keeping it for myself. So I've started collecting cans and bottles and all that stuff. What like that I can get a refund on. It's only like 10 cents. It's not that much. But I've started collecting them, and now my garage is so full I can't even park my car in there. So, because we've got 2 cars, one's mine, one's Bogan Babe's. But her car parks in there, mine parks out the back, and I kind of really want to bring my car back in, man. But I need to get rid of these cans. Last time I went there, their counters weren't working, like their machines weren't working. They were doing it by hand, and there was so many people. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing this. So now I'm questioning if it's even worth it, because it's going to be like $70. It's not even that much. And I miss my garage. Newman says, man, get some rest if you need to. I don't think I need rest. I think I'm good. You know, I had a good sleep last night, which is surprising. I woke up to my first alarm. That never happens. I was contemplating even streaming today. Last night, I was sitting there. What was I doing? I think I was washing my hands and looking in the mirror. I'm like, are you going to stream tomorrow? Are you going to do it? I'm like, you know what? Just because I'm tired now doesn't mean I'm going to be tired tomorrow. Just stream. And I'm glad that we did, because we've had a really good stream. You know, the donations as well, it means so much to me, like that you guys feel like I'm worthy to take your money, you know? And we're going to be putting that towards the camera. The camera is expensive, and all the other stuff that's going to come with it, because it's not just the camera that I need. I need the camera. I'm probably going to need lighting, because I want the setup to look nice. I don't want you guys to like get on there and be like, oh, it's just whatever, you know? I want to make it feel intentional and planned out. So that's going to come. It definitely won't be like within a few weeks. It'll be in a few months, but we will get there much sooner rather than later. And I just think it'd be fun to do, like me and Sav, when we're doing videos and stuff, and he was making a thumbnail, he's, you know, he can put his face on the thumbnail, and he's like, man, it'd be really good if I could, you know, put your face on here instead of just your logo. I'm like, I get it. And then the round tables as well, you know, it'd be much better to build that familiarity, and that's what I want to do before GTA 6 comes out, is get the face out there, get people used to it, and go from there, you know? Fury says, this was an awesome stream. Well, we're doing good, right? So I do want to push on. I kind of want to push on. Maybe we could round it out. Another 40 minutes. Midnight Vice says, finally checked out the website and made an account. Looking good, Sav. He's done well. Him and, is it KJ? I think it is, that set it up. Great work to both of them. And then to, you know, listen to the fans and quickly do updates. That's better than most developers these days, you know? Fury says, yay, the screen. He was happy with that. Now for the anti-hunger screen. Yeah, that's right. Let's go. Fury says, the best screen ever made. I made some more screens like that for Blood Rainer as well. He's in the chat. There he's right there. He streams like almost every day. And a huge supporter and contributor to me and the channel. Like, he has helped me out a lot. I remember when I first made memberships a thing, I put one down as a joke, and it was like the most amount of money you could put on there. I think it was like, what was it, like $750 or something was the max you could do. So I'd done it, and he actually went out and bought it, not accidentally, like he deliberately went out and bought it, and that was crazy. Like, that helped me out so much. So Blood Rainer, thank you very much. And I feel like I owe a debt to him, so wherever I can, I try and help out with his streams, whether it be thumbnails sometimes, or what I done recently was make him a beer back screen as well for his character. He does shoeies on his stream where he pours beer into a shoe and drinks it out of there. So I had to throw a shoe Easter egg in the beer back screen. It's so funny. If you guys want to check out his streams, definitely do that. Coleman says, I was just thinking, what if your stats when it comes to your physique would affect how people react to you? Oh, yes. That would be hilarious. Don't they do that in Red Dead? Like when Arthur gets big? I swear to God, some people do that, unless I'm imagining things. But yeah, that'd be hilarious. Like, Jason's just starting to put it on and like, oh, dude, you're getting pretty big. I know that Franklin gets picked on for being fat in the game, which is funny because he's not, but it's quite funny. Or say you walk into a room as Jason, seeing Lucia for the first time since you left, and Lucia goes, oh my god, you really let yourself go. That would be hilarious. I hope they do that. Making a shake with toast. What kind of shake you making? And also, what's on the toast? My go-to for toast, a bit of butter and some Vegemite. Good to go. Or you could just go butter, feeling like, a bit plain, but so good, so good. Also, I don't know if you guys have these, crumpets. They are so nice. Crumpets taste delicious. But I always used to put butter and Vegemite on them. But I've been trying something different. A bit of butter. Butter goes on everything, right? I put it on everything. If I'm having toast or a bread of anything, it needs butter. But then put a bit of that on, and then I've been putting syrup on top of them, and it is so nice, man. Makes me feel fat. Robin says, I'm back. Is the stream ending? No, I think we're still going to keep going. You guys are here. You've turned up, and it's having a good time. So I think we keep going. Someone subscribe. Bavy's at 599. Oh, dude, I didn't even realize that. Let's go. 56k subs. Thank you, guys. Let's go. I appreciate that. That is so cool. We're getting there. In my videos, I say the goal is to hit 100k before GTA 6. That's not happening. That's very optimistic. But I think it's better to aim higher because I feel like you'll achieve a better result if you push yourself harder, I can't say that I'm pushing myself very hard at the moment because these past few weeks, this month really, I've done not much. Fury says, I love how you say garage. How do you want me to say garage? What do you guys say? Garage? A garage. Nah, that sounds strange. I'm pretty sure that's how you would say it, right? For you guys, garage. You've got garage, and garage. 3 different ways to say that thing. Riaz, welcome on in. Hey, Bav. How are you going? I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well. ZP Key, what's a cheese toast? No way you don't know what a cheese toasty is. No way you don't know that. I actually had one last night. I had a ham and cheese toasty. It was so good. I used up the last of the ham though, so now it is just back to cheese toasties, but they're still good. Another Australian delicacy, chicken salt. Oh my goodness, you guys need to have chicken salt. It is necessary. You go out and you get fish and chips. It is perfect for some chips. Chips, chicken salt, or you get potato cakes, depending on where you live or whatever you want to call them. Potato cake, I'm sure you guys probably don't even know what that is. It is like a potato that's been squished down into like a little patty looking thing, and it's deep fried. So good. Sprinkle on a bit of chicken salt. Oh man, I want fish and chips tonight. But I have chicken salt in the cupboard, and I had that on my toasty last night. It's just so nice. Crumpets are goated. I know, they're so good. Vegemite and cheese for sure. Let's go. Jam and toast shake, oats, banana, ice, honey, egg. That is a lot. I miss the days of making shakes. I used to do that all the time when I was in gym. There was a time where I was really, really skinny. I think it was like 65 kilos. I apologize, but I'm not converting that to American. I was like 65 kilos. I was so light. I was so skinny. And then I started going to gym like with one of my friends and, taking protein shakes, eating more, like actually getting on a proper routine, and fuck, I looked so good. I looked great when I was going to gym. My shoulders and chest really started to come through, and I thought, this is amazing. And then I got up to 70. I'm like, okay, this is really good. Now I want to push for 80, and I kept pushing for 80. I got so close. I kept getting like 79. I couldn't hit 80. No matter what I'd done, I was training so hard, trying to eat as much as I could. And then COVID happened, and I just fell out of touch with gym, stopped going altogether, and then canceled my membership because I'm like, well, if the gym's closed, I'm not paying for that shit. And then they're increasing the prices. I'm like, dude, the experience is much worse right now. Why would I pay extra for a premium price? Get out of here. So, yeah, after COVID, I never got a membership and went back. I did once. I did buy a membership for a new gym, like the new year, new me thing. And there was a group of us that went And I went for a little bit, and I'm like, damn, this is actually really expensive, man. So I stopped going. I'm like, dude, I got weights at home. I walk around the lake. I'm fit. And then, man, I let myself go. I will always, over the top, pick on myself with that stuff. You know, I'm loving the beer belly. This is a dad bod. I love it. But it's funny as well. I don't know. My goal is 1k subs by GTA 6. Currently have 74. 1k, you can do that easily. Road to Leonida. Just lock in, post some content, get out there, and with everything you post, learn something new. You know, post your video, go back, watch it, maybe read the comments, ask for feedback from people. Don't ask your friends. Or if you do ask your friends, tell them not to hold back. Tell them, give me your honest thoughts on this, what I can improve. Right? It's part of the process to look at your own stuff, identify what's wrong. And if you can't see anything that's wrong, that's a problem, because there's always something wrong and always something to improve, no matter what level you are. Right? There will always be something to improve, and that's the whole process, is learning and stuff like that. So bit by bit, video by video. Example I have, when I was doing funny moments, I done a static TV transition, and back then I didn't pay attention to audio levels at all. So when I played that, it would blow your eardrums out. And someone was like, dude, it's kind of annoying. And I'm like, you know what? It's a good point. I'm going to start looking at audio. So I did from then on out. Another video, I went over the top with a single effect. It was a camera flash effect. Whenever I would show a photo, and there was a part in the video where I showed like, I don't know, 5+ photos. And there was a camera flash in between every single one. It's like, really good video, man, but the camera flashes are so annoying. I'm like, that's a fair point. Thank you very much. Let's move on. Next video won't be that much. So you're always learning something every single time. Fury says, I'm Scottish, so it sounds like garage. For garage, garage. Congrats on 56 subs, Bav. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I didn't even know that we were that close. That is pretty cool. That is a cool number. I like seeing it rounded out very nicely. But guys, thank you again. This stream's awesome. Chicken salt is life-changing. Chicken salt is so underrated, so good. I love it. I love it. Just convert it to pounds. I just converted to pounds. So you were 65 pounds down. What? I was 65 kilos. What? No, I said I was 65 kilos, and now you're saying 65 pounds. There's no way that's the same thing. I'm going to have to do the conversion now. 65 kgs to pounds would have been 143 pounds. I reckon you got the conversion wrong there, Robin. But yeah, at my lightest, I was 143 pounds. I wanted to go up to 80, which was 176. That's what I wanted to get to, and I couldn't do it. Chicken salt in GTA 6. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Matthew, welcome in, brother. Welcome in. Isn't Michael the one who gets picked on for being fat? I'm pretty sure Michael does as well, but I'm fairly certain there is a line where Lamar is picking on Franklin for being fat. I remember hearing a thing about it because Sean Fontino, the actor in real life, he was a bigger boy back then, and he would be picked on there. So I'm pretty sure Franklin was also picked on for being fat, but definitely Michael. I remember that. Luke Devine says, Road to Leonida, now you have 75. There you go. There you go. Luke, Bav, you nearly made me spit out my shake for like... I don't even know what I did. What did I do? Well, that's good. I'm glad I can bring some joy to people's days, you know? Cheers, Luke, legend. That's just how I calculate it in my head. There was no conversion there. I said I'm 65 kilos. You're like, yeah, convert that. That's 65 pounds. That's all good. That's all good. Road to Leonida says, I learned so much in the past 2 months making content. Seeing you and Project Vice with your banter inspired me. Both absolute legends. There we go. I'm glad that I can be of like inspiration to people. It's cool. You know, it's a cool feeling. Because at the end of the day, I am just, you know, I'm just a person. I'm out here trying to make it. I'm trying to learn things as well. And it does feel strange sometimes when I'm in like a position to offer advice to other people, because I'm like, are you in a position to do that? Do I feel accomplished enough? That I tell you, I am the worst critique for like my own stuff. Like I pick apart everything on my own. So I don't know. It feels weird to give out advice to other people, but I guess, after doing this for so long, developing relationships, learning new things and all that, you do have some sort of like wisdom, I guess you could say, where you can give that to other people. Whether other people want to take it or not, that's a different question. There was a person that I would try to offer advice to, and they would take it the wrong way. And, sometimes it makes me feel like a bit more reserved when giving advice, because some people could take it the wrong way, and that's the last thing you want, because you just sound like a dick. Robin says, I do know how to convert kilometers in my head roughly. I don't know how to do any of that. I would just Google that, to be honest. But I don't know. The American people, stop using different systems. Just get on ours. What is 1 mile to kilometer? 1.6. So strange. When I'm talking about money, that's funny. Because people are like, GTA is going to be $80. Me, as an Australian, I'm like, that's pretty good. That's a bargain. That's a steal right there. Because our games are like $100. Well, now they're going up to like $110, which is that $80 range. But it's just funny when I hear that, because I'm like, what are you complaining about, dude? That's good. Even though, they're talking in American and I'm in Australian, but it is what it is. 2:34 is how long we've been going for on this stream right now. Again, thank you all for hanging out and chilling with me. If you guys have any other questions related to GTA 6 or GTA in general or anything really, feel free to drop them. Let me know. I think this is probably one of the best streams we've had. 100% this has been one of the best streams we've ever had. We've had 730 concurrent views, or not concurrent, people just coming in. I think that's great. And we can keep pushing it out. We can make it to the 3-hour mark. I think that'd be good. But that is, again, just dependent on you guys. Luke says, America likes to have a system that's offset 30 is 0 degrees Celsius. I'm pretty sure I read this thing the other day. There's a temperature that is the exact same in both Celsius and Fahrenheit. I can't remember what the temperature was. It was like in the negatives, I believe. Negative 30 something, right? Negative 37 C2F. It's close. Negative 32, no. 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. It's pretty close. Negative 30 degrees Celsius is negative 38.2 Fahrenheit. Okay, here it is. This is the exact one. Negative 40 degrees Celsius is negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit. That's so weird how it works like that. It's so weird. And then, you go into 40 degrees Celsius and it's 104 Fahrenheit. I don't know who came up with these systems. I understand the logic behind using Fahrenheit. I'm starting to understand it. People like, it's better this way because, when it's at 100, it's hot. And, anything over 100, it's really, really hot. But then 50, that's neutral temperature, right? I guess. It's a bit cold. Definitely. I think, what would you want? You'd want a 75 degree day. And I understand that from a scale of 0 to 100, I guess. But then anything else, I'm going to bring up the argument. Water freezes at 0 and water boils at 100. I think that makes the most sense to me. We do use meters here a lot, surprisingly enough. I was watching a video about people talking about the origins behind all that stuff. And a lot of your measurements came from a single person's body. I can't remember exact, so this is all going to be very inaccurate information right here, but I'm pretty sure a certain thing was measured by this dude's forearm or circumference of his body, his foot size and all that, and it was all based on this one guy, this one leader, ruler, figure, I guess. It's just so funny to think about. Road to Leonidas says, when they say 80, I am like, EB is charging 120. EB Games is horrible, is it not? What is 80 USD? I think that's 110, isn't it? Oh no, 116. So yeah, let's round that up to the 120 mark. That is insane, man. Games are getting more expensive, and if any game is going to be expensive, GTA 6 makes sense. You know, there's so much money getting poured into that thing that I can kind of justify a price tag on that. When the game drops, so November's going to be a bad month for my wallet because I'm going to buy 3 copies, I think. 1 copy will be digital so that, you know, in the event that they release it at midnight locally, I can play it before like the rest of the world. So I'm happy with that. So digital for earlier access, physical for the collection side of things because I want stuff to be able to put on display. And then the 3rd copy will probably end up being another digital one, but that'll be for Bogan Babe because she does want to play it too. Bit unconfirmed right now if she will or not, but she has shown a bit of interest. And if she does want a copy, I've also kind of got to get her a PlayStation as well. But I gotta talk her out of that because I know she's gonna play it for like a week or less and then put it down, never touch it again. She played Dispatch on my computer. I said, you got to play this game. It's super easy, and I think you'll love it. She did. She loved it. And then I think maybe like 2 or 3 hours into it, maybe a bit longer, she was like, can I get a PC? Can I buy a PC so that I can play it on my own? I'm like, you know, you can play it on mine. You've already started. And she's like, yeah, but I kind of want my own one. And I'm like, right. So, of course, off we go. Went out to go check out some PCs. And I'm like, look, you don't need a crazy expensive computer. So I kind of talked her down into like a budget computer, which we got, still expensive. She played Dispatch, loved it. And then I suggested another game. I'm like, maybe you could try Detroit Become Human because it was on sale and I thought it was a good game. Along the lines of like, you know, a similar game to Dispatch where you can pick choices and it's easier for someone that doesn't really game. She struggled with the controls and lost interest in the story and hasn't touched her computer since. So that's why I don't want to buy her a console if, you know, she's not going to play it. Bogan Babe, if you're a listener, I'm so sorry. When it comes to YouTube for me, I plan to start doing videos on GTA 6 when it comes out, just because with it being a new game, I think it makes it easier for a month as every video is each mission. That's a good idea, Cole, man. If you definitely want to get into like content creation, I think there is no better time to do it than right now. You know, you don't want to... This is the way I see it. When the game drops, you are going to have people that have been in the game for a long time, you know, massive, big YouTubers, and ones that aren't even like GTA focused, like Kai Cenat, Aiden Ross, you know, those people. They're going to be playing this game, and that's what a lot of people are going to be watching. So that's going to be a very difficult thing to compete with. I am also concerned about going into creating content with GTA 6. Am I just going to be forgotten about over here? You know? But the important thing right now is to, 1, build up a community, get to know people, get to hang out with people, build these relationships, and, you know, be someone in the community, which I hope that's what I'm doing, you know? I've got a lot of people recurring in here, like Robin, Luke, you know? I've got people in here that I see all the time, man, and it's great. And even across my friend streams as well, it's good. The community that we're building, I think we're doing a great job of it. But you want to build up that following so that people know you, get used to you, because when the game drops, people will be like, oh, do I watch this random stream that I don't even know who that is, or do I go watch someone that I've known for like the past few months? So that's a bit of a gamble, which again is something that I and Sav, we're both worried about. We think we're gonna fall off, we're gonna be forgotten about, but it's stressful to think about that. And the other thing is you want to get comfortable with making content earlier on. Like, 1, trying to speak on a mic, that was a big thing for me. I was very uncomfortable doing that for the first time, but I think over time, doing more streams, doing more videos, I've gotten a bit more comfortable with speaking on a mic. We're slowly getting our way towards the camera thing, which is what our dono goal is. If anyone wants to contribute to that, all that will go towards making these streams better and my content better, to be able to get a camera and put that out there eventually. But you want to get used to actually making content. You know, you want to learn these things, make mistakes earlier on, because if you're still like learning while everything's going on, it's hard to keep up. In like the most respectful way I can put it. That's the way I see it. You know, you want to be familiar with that. Like, say you're streaming, something goes wrong and you don't know how to fix it. If you stream now, you've got that freedom to kind of like mess about and make these mistakes and then go back and correct them and like learn, you know? So if I were to go into streaming and I had no idea how to do it with GTA 6, I'd fumble so hard Because if you go back to like my older streams, I messed up so much, and you know, it was hard to entertain people whilst trying to fix my issues and all that. So it's tricky. It's a tricky thing, but I think get into it. Don't hold it off. You know, practice. See how you go. Where was I up to? What? This guy must have been a great ruler. $150 for deluxe edition. I'm paying for it if it's 150 Australian. Look, I'll be honest. Whatever the price is, I'm buying it. Road to Leonidas says, I've booked a month of long service leave for November. So hyped. That's a good idea. A month is a great amount of time, you know. Take that time off. Just lock in, all right? Just lock in. Commit to it. Don't be lazy, because you are your own boss when you're doing that. Lock in and hold yourself accountable. If you're not posting as much as you should be, or you feel like you could be doing more, then do more. Don't sit there, do nothing about it. Use that time wisely. Smash it out, and you know, if there's something in there, take that risk, do it. You know, go all in, which is what I've done. The story with mine is I had a really good job, all right? A super, really good job. It was fun. It was easy-ish. It had its challenges, of course. It was very, like, mentally draining. And it paid extremely well, which is why I'm fortunate enough to be able to do this. This was 2 years ago. I had good savings built up, but then it became like a very corporate business, and they started just cutting people out. And my job was done by 2 people. And they said, hey, we only need 1 of you. So both of you are going to do an interview to see who should get this job. And I'm like, oh, fuck me. The other guy's been doing it a lot longer, and I feel like he should have it. So I didn't really put up much of a fight. And they said, all right, and the other person gets made redundant. So you lose your job, but you get paid out. I'm like, righto. So I took that. I took my payout, had good savings, tried to go to another job, didn't enjoy it. I'm like, nah, you know what? I've got savings behind me now. Let's get into making content. So I did. And that's what I've been doing for like the past 2 years. 2 years is, I feel like it's coming up on 3. No, it's coming up on 2. And I have 100% drained my bank account in doing so, because I didn't expect GTA 6 to get delayed. I thought we would have made it until then, but the delay, when that happened, I was very disappointed, because I kind of put all my eggs in one basket with that. So it's tough, and I've considered going back into work, but then that'll take away from me doing YouTube. So it's a bit of a balance. It's very hard. It's very stressful, but we're getting there, and I'm expecting everything to kind of pick up very soon, which I hope like relieves some financial pressure as well. But if you believe in something, just go for it. All right, that's the best you can do. Just go for it and see what happens. Luke says, just a casual 5K. You could complete the missions to get the 100% completion rate and upload them. Robin says, no, you don't got to worry. If we stick around this far, we'll 100% watch your GTA 6 content. That's it. I appreciate you guys. Like, there are people in this community that, you know, they're like supporters for life, and I'm so appreciative of them. I'm glad that I'm in this community, and I'm like one of the YouTubers that you guys watch. So it is still just a very cool feeling. It's weird as well, you know. Like, I'm just a guy that really likes this game and figured let's make videos. So I don't feel like anyone special. I just feel like a guy making videos. I don't know how to put it to anyone. Luke says, no disrespect to anyone, but I will delete YouTube for a week when this game releases. Fair enough, Luke. Don't delete your account. Just delete the app off your phone or something. But when the game drops, turn off all social media. Don't look at it. You don't want to be spoiled at all. I'm not going to be posting spoiler content, even in my thumbnails. I'm not even going to suggest it for at least, you know, probably a good month or so. Or if I do, I'm going to say spoiler warning in the beginning. But I'm definitely going to be switching off from social media. It's tricky. It's tricky because you want to be in the know with what's going on, but then you don't want to be spoiled. So I'm going to be trying to blitz through the story as quick as I can, which is what I've done with Red Dead. I didn't want it spoiled, so I went as fast as I could, kind of brushed over the side content. But I think that's the way I'll go again, just so I can get the story out, because if someone spoils that for me, I'm gonna be so mad. That's when the bogan is gonna come out. Sav's still floating. He says, we love you guys. Exactly. The community we've built and are a part of, it's a cool feeling. We've done really good. Blind Fury says, we respect and appreciate all you creators. We love and appreciate literally every one of you guys that stop by in all of our streams. You know, not just like, you know, one person likes just one YouTuber. Like, you guys are getting around all of us, and it's awesome. Robin says, I'll delete everything I own when the game comes out. Yeah, just switch off. Just switch off. Don't look at anything. It's going to be funny because, like, it's like the biggest thing that's happening in the world. You'd think there'd be so much buzz. There probably will, let's be honest. But at the same time, it could also be like completely dead. Radio silent. No one's making videos. No one's talking because everyone's doing that. What I am interested in seeing is the impacts it's going to have on like workplaces. Like, employees are going to call in sick. Oh, I can't make it. Sorry. Bosses are going to be doing the same thing. Doctors that are ready to do, you know, life-saving surgery on someone. Oh, I can't make it. You know? It's going to shut down the world. Robin says, I will quit my job, sell my cars, live on the street, and play this game. Brother, don't do that. Sometimes I think, like, when I lost my job, I thought, you know what? Maybe I should get a food van. That would be cool. Like a little food truck or a coffee truck or something like that. That'd be fun. And just drive around and sell coffees. But instead, I chose to double down with GTA 6. Let's go, baby. Love is a long road. Fuck it. I'm excited for this game. This has been such a journey, man. With, you know, starting in GTA 3. Vice City is a funny one because I didn't know Vice City came out. You know, I would play the games that I was given. I had Vice City Stories, which is the Vice City that I grew up with. Didn't really play it much, but it was GTA 3, Vice City Stories, and then San Andreas came out. Me and my sister loved playing that. That was so much fun. And my cousins as well, sharing cheat codes on pieces of paper. I would borrow their memory cards, put into my PlayStation with my memory card so I could get their progress because I was just a kid, man. I wasn't playing any missions. So that's how I got access to the other islands. And then I didn't know that GTA 4 had come out. I went to another cousin's house. He's got an Xbox 360. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is this? I've got a PS2. I don't even know what this is. And he's like, yeah, man, GTA 4. And I'm like, what? I didn't know there was a GTA 4. So then that's how that started. Got a 360. It started off as a family console. And it was just in the lounge room. Everyone would be playing like their family games. That was so bad. But then I kind of like convinced Mum. I'm like, let's move this in my room. No one's using it. I think it's mine now. And she's like, yeah, right, it's yours. Then I got into GTA 4, got into GTA 5 when that came out. So much fun. Robin says, see you later. It's my bedtime. Thanks for the stream. Robin, thank you very much for hanging out this stream. You have been here pretty much the whole time, right? Thank you very much for hanging out. We've only got 10 more minutes before we do wrap up. But again, thank you very much for supporting the stream, brother. Road to Leonidas says, let's hope Australians NBN can handle what we're about to throw at it. I know, right? I'm nervous about this, right? Because I'm going to be in a different house, and I hope it has good internet. If it doesn't, I'm going to crash out. Something shocking, man. Oh, man. I remember when we moved houses years ago, and in the previous house, we had internet. This was the first house I had internet in. It's wild. Let's go back to the GTA, because this plays into that. GTA 4, played that. That was my first GTA game that I actually completed, start to finish. Like, my first game, actually, that I ever seen the credits on, which is wild. And then I was aware of GTA this time, GTA 5. So I was there for the hype, not too in-depth with it, but I'd watch the videos, get hyped up. It dropped. I was at the midnight release. It was so good, so much fun. Played the shit out of that game. Then online came out, but I didn't have internet, so I couldn't enjoy it. But I kind of got a taste of online because my auntie lived maybe like 2 or 3 doors down, and I could connect to her internet only just. So I played multiplayer, GTA 4's multiplayer mode on there. So much fun. I was excited for 5. Couldn't get it to work. Very saddened about that. And then we moved house, and my next door neighbor had unprotected Wi-Fi. I'm like, sweet. Connected to that. Ended up moving my entire setup from my bedroom, which was on the other side of the house, into the kitchen, like the dining room. And I put a couch recliner out there, the TV, the Xbox, and I played the shit out of that thing for so long until they put a password on it. I was gutted about that. I was devastated that they put a password on it. So convinced my mum. I'm like, we need internet. Mind you, I was just a kid. I was just a teenager. So we got internet. It took like a month or whatever, and I came back, and then rest is history. Got stuck into that. It was great. And then we had to move house again. So when we moved house, it was like a newer area. Like the house had just been built like within the last 5 years, and they didn't have like proper internet connected in there. So we get in, and then they're like, "Oh, we're installing internet." Yep, no worries, done. They installed it, and then probably like within a month later or something like that, like just after we got it set up, they're like, "Oh, we're actually doing NBN works right now." Like it was ADSL back then, and then it was going up to NBN. And I'm like, okay. We didn't have internet for like 6 months. That was a bad time for me, man. I was so mad that I couldn't get on there because I was trying to do YouTube back then. Not in any great detail or depth or whatever, but I was making a couple videos here and there, and I was loving online, and I couldn't enjoy that. So it makes me nervous going into new houses. Is the internet going to be good to go? If not, I'm getting what's that thing? Starlink. That's what I'm getting. All right. Luke says, Bav, what cars do you want in the game? I'm hoping for a Commodore SS. Good luck with that. I don't think you get an actual Commodore, but what are they? Chevy? You'll get some Chevys in the game because they do the Commodores, I guess. Look, I don't really care what cars they put in the game. I'm happy they've got the Banshee. That's all I really need. The Banshee's my car. So, yeah, I'm unfazed. I'm unbothered with whatever else they want to put in it. I've seen the one I want. I'm happy. And in the trailers, they done the blue with the white stripe. Definitely done that for me because they 100%, they made that for me. Luke Duvan says, my first console was PS3. Damn. I never got on the PS3. The first one that the first console I had was the PS2 Slim. And there was one time, that was my first console, and I'm pretty sure it came in a bundle, or either that or the games were just purchased together. I had GTA 3 and Ratchet & Clank. They were my first 2 games. Loved the shit out of that game. It was so good. And the platform, sorry. But I had spilled lemonade on it, and I butchered it. It cooked it. I couldn't play it anymore. And then I ended up getting gifted a secondhand PlayStation 2, like the big one. And me, as a child, I'm like, oh, bigger is better. It's got more power. This is even better than the Slim. Like, it's the newer one, right? I didn't know. But yeah, that was what I had. And then after that was the Xbox 360, and then I just went Xbox from then. I did end up getting a PS4, so I completely skipped PS3, but PS4 was okay. I only got that to play with people on the PlayStation because at the time I was doing GTA Instagram, and I had a little fan base over there, and they wanted to play with me, so I got that just for them. Didn't really play it much else. But now I got the PS5 Pro. That's sitting here. That is what I'm going to be playing GTA 6 on, I think. Road to Leonidas says, my San Andreas strategy guide still has all the cheats printed out on A4 paper. I wish I still had mine. Honestly, frame that. Put that in a photo frame and hang that on the wall. Coleman says, I find every school will become one of 2 things. 1, no one shows up for a month. Or 2, the kids will make the teacher's life literal hell as everyone is playing. Dude, are the teachers even going to be there? The teacher's probably going to be playing it as well. Luke says, kitchen setup? What? I am serious. I wish I had a photo of it. There has to be. I'm going to have to ask Mum. I reckon she's taken a photo of me with it in there. I'll have a look, all right? I was saving photos of my setup and videos the other day. Some of the setups I've had are so funny. But I should try and go back through some like old photos and see what I can find. Racing Road says, on launch of GTA 6, I'm shutting off my phone so I can play GTA 6 with no spoiler. That's the way to go. Just completely, switch off from social media. You don't want a single thing to do with it. That's how I managed to spoil Endgame for myself. I didn't know that, the way Tony Stark would go out. I didn't know that, which I'm glad. But, I seen all the scenes of like, Smart Hulk and then Thor as Fat Thor. I'm like, damn, this is kind of annoying. Like, I know these happen now. Road to Leonidas says, I remember when they gave away the Banshee in real life and some old lady won it. I actually made a video on that. So what happened with that was Rockstar actually reached out to me and they're like, hey Bav, we're actually building the Banshee that I know you love so much and was your favorite car in GTA 3. And I know it's about to become your iconic car in GTA 5. But yeah, we've just built this and we need to send it to you. And I said, that's really cool. But I think it'd be better if you guys just done a giveaway because it's going to be such a hassle to kind of get it shipped over here to Australia. So I let them just give it away to promote their game, like that's the least I could do for them. Everything they've done, all these games and stuff. I'm such an idiot. Look, whenever I see the blue and white Banshee in the games and trailers, I know it's in reference to that. But I like to say they've done that for me, alright? They've made that Banshee for me. But they are some really good videos if you guys do want to see that. I enjoy them very, very much. The first Banshee video I made, because I ended up remaking it because they released the second Banshee. I'm going to pull it up in the background. So here's the newer video of it. This one over here. That is the newer version of it. Decent video. This was the first version I made of it. And this kind of marked the first video after me losing my job. I was like, this is the one I'm going to lock in and try and do really good with. But if you guys want to watch something, I recommend this. It's a good video. What are we at? 2 minutes and 58 seconds. We will wrap up here in the next minute and a half. So if anyone has any further questions, feel free to let me know. We've still got 33 people in here. I'm just shocked by that. We've had a strong stream. I'm going to be gutted if the next time I stream it, no one's in here. I'll be so upset. Coleman says, I personally will play GTA all day and night non-stop. And for the cars, by the way, I would love to see a car, basically a recreation of the Dodge Hellcat. There you go. I'm going to be playing it all day as well. I was looking at my GTA Online stats the other day, and my online character, the total time played in a GTA Online session was I think it was 17 hours. I was non-stop with that. I played so much of it. The blue and white Banshee is just iconically yours. Exactly. It's a thing that I've ingrained in everyone's heads from the Instagram community. They know that the blue and white Banshee, that's Bogan Babs. And whenever they see it, when they seen it in the trailers and all that, they're like, whoa, Bab, your Banshee's in this. That's such a cool feeling that's what I'm recognized for. I think it's just great. So we got to ingrain that in everyone in the YouTube community's head. They need to know what the Banshee is and what that means to me, the lore behind it. So whenever it appears in anyone else's video and they don't know, all the comments are like, dude, that's Bav's Banshee. And then the dude's going to be like, who the fuck is Bav? I don't know who Bav is. That'd just be a cool feeling. Blind Fury says, all right, man, it's been a great stream. Hope everyone has a blessed day or night. Have a good one. You too, man. We have just crossed 3 hours. So again, thank you to everyone that has, hung out in here. Fury, you've been in here for the majority of the stream as well. I appreciate you, and everyone else. Thank you guys for the donations. This stream has been, I think, probably the best stream we've ever had. So again, thank you. And I will be seeing you guys next week. I'll post about it and you'll know. So take care, guys.